Totally fine. Well, actually, we'll see you staring at the screen behind the green screen.
That game is so much fun. I was playing it last night.
I think I'm almost done.
I just got past.
It's not that long of a game, right?
Yeah, not really. I mean,
It's like a 10, 12
hour game. Yeah, that makes sense.
I just got the.
That's still long for a rhythm game, though.
What part are you at, Jules?
I just got the black dude as the secondary character.
Oh, okay. You got a good bit to go.
Yo, he's good. He's good. Cause now I get like what 3 more characters. Like
I don't know how many more. I know. I can tell you at least one more.
More, yeah.
At least.
Okay, so like, yeah, it's pretty dope.
That combat's actually high-key crazy.
That combat is so hype, bro.
Yeah.
It's just like it's so funny because like I get so stressed from like the world and stuff, and sometimes it's really hard for me to let go of that shit when I come home. And like I'll play like Hi-Fi Rush, and like I just get so into the combat, everything else just disappears.
And the music's lit.
Flow, and the music's lit, and like you're doing these combos, and you're getting these team customization combos and the power combos and all this shit. You're like, yo, where's this been all my life? Like Devil May Cry, get a rhythm-based game out ASAP. Come on.
I was gonna say like Hi-Fi Rush might be my early game of the year so far.
That's what everybody was saying.
Really?
That's wild. That shit. That's what the first day it came out, everybody was like, all right, game of the year. And then, like, you were like, yo, really? And then I was like, Cajun. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, you're right. No, dog, that shit goes crazy.
That shit fucking rocks, man. Shadow dropped for $30.
A Shadow drop game for $30, game of the year. I would love to see that, actually. That would be kind of nuts.
It's possible. The music's tight. Gameplay's good.
It's
just
definitely
like
gonna win awards.
It's like playing a fun anime, honestly.
And the smoothness, like the 120
That's fair.
frames, 60 to 120 frames is just like, it's just like so fucking good. It's like, oh my god. And I can play it on my Steam Deck whenever I want. It's just
That's cool.
That's nice. That's super nice.
Like we're just sitting there watching Last of Us. I'm like, like,
bro, you playing Hi-Fi Rush while watching Last of Us? Come on, man.
I gotta multitask, my guy. I gotta get my shows done. I'm watching Snowfall.
Bro, what is your attention span?
No, I get that because I'd be playing like 2K or like Overwatch and be watching anime in the background, so I get it.
So, watching anime I can see, but like watching like a really dramatic show, like I couldn't be doing two things at once. So
I can do it Last of Us because I done played it how many times already. Like I already know what's gonna happen.
I guess that is a good point. Like you know the story.
Yeah. And then my girl hasn't played it. She played it a little bit, but not really that much.
She didn't really play it.
Yeah, so she's like asking me questions, and I'm like, oh yeah, that and third, and I'm just sitting here like playing fucking Hogwarts Legacy and Hi-Fi Rush on my Steam Deck. Man, this is the greatest fucking life ever. Like, Steam Deck is so important. I to spend time with my girl and play video games at the same fucking time. It is beautiful. I don't get those bitchy questions like, why don't you pay attention to me? You're so into your game. No, I'm right here.
Dude, that's also just like, you know, having a girl that, you know, respects her hobby. Like, Sandy's the same way. Like, she'll be doing her stuff on her computer or on her phone, just watching videos and stuff, and I'll be playing video games, and she's totally fine. I have her legs on my legs, and like I'm rubbing her feet whenever there's a cutscene, and and she's super happy with that.
She's playing Hogwarts Legacy on PS5 right now. She's clocking in some hours. She's like level 30, like doing all the side quests. Yeah, so like she's got her thing. I come home and do my thing. Life goals, beautiful.
That's wild. I don't even know what level I am in Hogwarts Legacy, but I'm having a blast with that game.
That shit looks so clean on PS5. I'm so salty. Like I'm just playing it.
Have you seen any improvement on PC yet?
Yeah, I have. I can at least get it to like 50 to 55 frames a second.
I mean, that's still better.
So yeah, it's better, and it runs better on my Steam Deck too. So like,
that's nice at least.
It's not the worst, but like I'm not really trying to like play until like I can get a full one on like grand patch of just like optimization.
I feel that.
You know, and I'm trying to get a new PC too. I'm gonna get a 3080 Ti with like an i9 CPU. And then,
I gotta sell the one I got from Phil. I gotta put it up on the marketplace and see if I can get anything for it.
I mean, you could probably just upgrade it. It'd probably be cheaper.
It needs it needs updated everything. I could sell it for like 500 probably, and put that towards. Like, just save up 1,000 and put that towards like a $1,500 computer.
What's your specs right now?
Not great. I sent you that screenshot.
Did you?
Yeah, they're not great.
Listen, it's 12:30. What are we doing?
We're streaming currently.
Are we?
We are currently streaming.
What the fuck were you gonna tell us?
I did. You said start the stream. I was like, okay.
Intro. Here we go.
Oh,
Streams
my
don't need
God.
intros. Streams don't need intros. What are you doing?
Boy, fair enough on TikTok. Actually, I think you should make that your YouTube name. Fair enough. I think you should just make that YouTube.
That's been my bit. That's what I say to freaking everything. Is fair enough.
Yeah, not saying cut Sandsology, be fair enough. Yo, it's your boy Fair Enough. It's your boy JayDubbs, sex demon, not the rapist. It's your boy KJ. And,
Bro, what? That's the weirdest way to ever introduce yourself.
It'd be great. And we're doing a little update on our gaming drafts. I had Wulong Fallen Dynasty released yesterday. Patrick had Hogwarts Legacy. KJ
That's my biggest thing so far.
KJ
had KJ had
First off, rein this bitch back in. Yo, we're off the fucking rails already. Rein this bitch back in.
talking about, bro?
Patrick, how long have we been streaming?
We've been streaming for a whopping. How long have we been streaming? 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Sick. Okay. Hi, Internet.
6
How are
minutes.
you? 6 minutes. I'm not doing an intro. I'm not. I don't. What the fuck, Patrick? This isn't even like a cohesive. Oh. Okay. Alright. Sick. Hi. My name is KJ. I am here with Patrick and Jay motherfucking Dubs. And I don't fucking know what any of this is. But this is supposed to be a video game fantasy draft update stream and just like a hangout. Did you even share the link?
I did.
Okay. So like come hang out. We can talk about video games or anime or Ant-Man. We can talk about Ant-Man.
I still have not seen it yet.
You've not seen Ant-Man?
No, because of everything I've seen, I'm like, I could just wait until it comes out on Disney Plus.
You knew we were going to talk about this. You knew we were going to talk about this eventually. Go see the goddamn movie.
Everything I see about it, I'm just like, this looks bad though. Do I really want to spend money on this movie?
When a superhero movie comes out, you go see it. That's how it is. Good, bad.
Dude,
even-
I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? A lot of the recent superhero movies, except for Wakanda Forever, I was just kind of like, okay, whatever. Like Shazam is coming out soon. I'm just like, okay, cool.
That's fair. I do get that because I forgot Shazam was even coming out.
Yeah, I'm not like burned out. I'm just not excited about these anymore, really.
That's literally what burnout is. Fair. Holy shit. It's like saying, I'm not hungry, I can just eat a full meal.
Okay, it's not that I'm like, I just haven't reached that level of hype. Like, yeah, I want to see it, but it's not like I want to go see it day one like I used to. Like, I used to watch them like opening weekend, no matter what. I was on that shit. Now I'm like, I could wait a couple weeks until I go see it, and I don't really.
Oh, number one, you're a goddamn adult. You're busy. You got things to do. Number two, you want to see things that, like, once you get into a niche of what characters you particularly like, you're hype about those, and other ones you're not as hype about. Like,
fair,
I had my Marvel favorites. I had my Marvel not so favorites. You know, like I had my DC favorites and my DC not so favorites. I don't really know what to expect.
Who's a DC not so favorite?
I don't know what to expect about Blue Beetle. I don't know what
that's fair. Do. That's actually very fair.
I don't know how they're gonna do it. I like him in the comics. I like him in the shows, in the animated shows. Like he's dope. But that's a very, very up in the air one for me.
I'm kind of happy we're getting a Booster Gold series or movie though.
Yeah. Also
whatever they're actually gonna do with that, that's kind of cool because I love Booster Gold.
Oh, that's not so favorite. I fucking hate Blue. He's okay. I see where he's coming from, but like he's never been a fan favorite.
Just not like your taste.
Yeah, he's a guy from the future that's a loser and then comes back to the present just to become
to be a hero.
It's like, all right, cool. You got it, my guy. But then you also got Polka Dot Man, who I don't even know what his existence is.
I mean, well, we saw him die in the Suicide Squad movie. So
spoilers.
That movie came out forever ago, dude.
I'm being dramatic. Shut up.
But no, so yeah, Booster Gold and Blue Beetle are definitely not so favorites for me on DC. Not so favorites for me on Marvel. Probably would have been like Scarlet Witch.
Fair. That movie was bad.
And
the Doctor Strange movie.
Black Widow and Black Widow.
Oh, that movie was horrible. Somehow that movie.
All right, Black Widow was fucking rough.
That was such a bad. Somehow that movie reviewed better than like Eternals and Thor: The Dark World. I'm like, how did that movie is 10 times worse than Thor: Dark World. Like, I would much rather watch Dark World again than Black Widow. God, that movie was bad.
I'd rather watch Widow.
Really?
Yeah. Florence Pugh's really good.
No, that's fair. She was amazing, and David Harbour was great. But I did not give a shit about Black Widow's character in that movie, like, at all.
Because we all know what's going to happen. Like, I get... Like, that's the tough part about prequel movies in this MCU. Like, we know, obviously, who wins. There are no stakes. There are 84 movies coming out later.
I don't know why they didn't make it a series. Like, they gave Hawkeye his own series, but they gave Black Widow a movie. Like...
What was the... Because it was just Captain Marvel before that. And Widow should have had a movie after Iron Man fucking 2.
True, she should have. I don't really know why they didn't. Then again, they should... If they were going to do that, they would have done...
It is sexist. I don't know what you want.
Oh, God. What are you doing, dude? You good? Trying to find a cat.
Shit, I was sitting on it. Oh, shit.
Your cat?
No, my phone.
But yeah, no, this is supposed to be a fantasy draft update. Just a little, update on points and games that we picked up since the draft. Since we've all gotten games from bids, and some of them have come out that are not going to release this year anymore, and some updates on some counter picks.
We could talk about the potential of certain games coming out.
There's a lot of potential about a lot of games coming out.
His final gripes about Suicide Squad before putting it to bed forever.
I've already said what I wanted to say about it.
Are we talking about Suicide Squad on this episode?
We're talking about everything on this episode. This is just an update on fucking everything.
It's gonna come up because it's
of course, yeah. It's on my counter picks, and that counter pick might make or break me. Like, if it reviews well, I'm fucked. And I have a feeling it might review well. Because it does look fun. I'm not gonna... It does look a lot of fun.
The shooting... It looks chaotic fun, but it looks fine.
It looks like a generic looter shooter, but still.
I guess we should just start from the beginning and start from, I guess, January, make our way up. Were you trying to say something, KJ? Am I good?
I'm good, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I guess we should start from, like, the January... Just look at each of the games that have come out.
The games that come out.
You know, how many points we got, how many negatives we hit.
All of us have at least 2 games that have come out so far. Jules is leading us with 4 games, which is great.
And I have 2 more games.
You have 2 more.
Yeah, games coming out this month.
Yeah, you have 2 more games. Well, System Shock is estimated for this month.
9 Years of Shadows is coming out this month.
Octopath being an 85 is nuts. I thought that'd be at least get you a 90.
Me too. The first one reviewed really, really well.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's nuts.
I mean, I haven't played it yet. I bought both of them last weekend, so I'm playing through 1 right now, and then I'll play through 2 after. But I mean, everybody that's played 2 that I know said it's really good. Like they
oh yeah, I've been seeing clips and stuff of it on like TikTok and whatnot, and people are loving it.
Yeah, it's. I expected that to outperform Dead Space, but Dead Space got me more points.
Apparently Dead Space also went down a point because it had you at 20. It was a 90, but it went down to an 89. Not really sure why.
I thought it was 19.
It was at a 20. It was at a 20. It went down. So I don't know. Maybe it was like a late review. Who knows? Because these reviews keep changing too.
That's annoying. Like, you can't just, like.
Well, they'll change by like a point or 2. You know, like it's not going to be drastic changing. Like it's not going to go from like an 84 down to a 65. Like that's not going to happen.
But that one point can turn the tide.
I mean, fair. I mean, fair. Usually it's like within like a couple weeks, depending on when people media gets out and reviews it and everything. Because sometimes people review it late.
Like once it got a review and release, that's what we stuck.
Well, because they take from like over 200 places, dude. So some people come in late, some people come in early.
We started off strong with KJ having Fire Emblem.
Oh yeah,
and then
we sure fucking did get cooked, hoes.
I'm still surprised that wasn't higher though.
We started real strong. We started real strong. And then you had a second game that came out like right after, before either of us had one, correct? Or
no, mine just came out 2 weeks ago. My next game was Atomic Heart.
Yeah,
I only had one game for a while. The place where I took an L was fucking Hogwarts, and now I feel like now is the time in which I can defend myself. So
I need to like it was no.
I kind of do. It reviewed pretty well, so I kind of do.
Okay, go for it.
And I'll even own up to what I was wrong about. The game is fun, right? It's interesting. It's a different kind of experience. I don't hate the game. I think it's fine where it's scored at. The reason I counterpicked it, and I think this is also true of it, is it's still kind of boring. Like, everything's kind of rinse repeat. It's more about the exploration about the game.
It is.
And I'm not an explorative person. Like, I'll go hunting for like certain things, but like, give me combat, give me action, or give me like at least more engaging things to do. Like I know I'm still pretty early game in it as a whole, but I got bored.
No, you are 100% right. Like it is a lot of fetch quests. It is a lot of like go here, do this, then go back to that person, or it's go here, do these like little objectives to get you this spell. So it's a lot of the same side quest lines. But yeah, you're right. Where the game shines is exploration and definitely it's combat.
Right.
Combat's fucking fire. I love the combat so much.
No. The combat's boring too. That's what I mean.
What? I love the combat.
I think it's because you're not like a hardcore fan, so it's not something that you're like going to automatically cling to or whatever. But you can still objectively say that it is a fun game. Like where it's just like Yakuza, for example, that is the epitome of fetch quests.
Yeah.
The game is more about the side quests and the filter than it is about the actual story. And like me personally, I hate games like that. Mm-hmm. Whether it's JRPGs or whether it's just Western RPGs, I hate a lot of filter. But like for some reason that game succeeds, and it's had 7 to 8 games with the same formula. So like I feel like it's just because like there are certain games that people will attach to more. They don't mind doing the fetch quest. They don't mind doing this and that. Like for me, I hate that Yakuza story is very interesting, but you get so bogged down with the side quests. I just end up quitting. I couldn't finish it. Like it's just too much, And so like somebody that's not really like really bonded to that universe is going to feel the same way, So like I understand what you're saying. Like you feel like it's boring, but I feel like it's also like it's a lot of fan service too.
It's definitely a lot of fan service.
So that's the point, though. Like, what separates fan service between that and a good game? Like I get that a lot of people love the Wizarding World and that universe and all of the characters and the creatures and the spells and the backstory and the lore and shit. I get it, but at its core, like, if it didn't say Wizarding World and it didn't have anything to do with Hogwarts, it was just like wizard school, some shit, it'd be a 75 and we all know it.
No, that's fair. Like, I will say that as an RPG, as a basic game, it's very rather generic, but because you add all the fan service stuff, it makes it worth it. And even like, certain things here and there that bring the game up a level or two that make it really good, like the exploration of the castle, the detail they put into the world and everything. I still think that qualifies as a good game.
I mean, to each their own. I
mean, but then it also comes down to like what makes a game a game. Like can a game just be a game and not have to be record breaking or world breaking or have to be the next best thing in the genre? You have so many games these days that are just like, this is the next big thing.
Right.
It's like the fucking game.
Sure, like, this is a game for video game's sake, and I do appreciate that. And that's also, also what I'm kind of hoping Suicide Squad is. Like a video game for video game's sake, that's just plain fun. Doesn't.
Why did you announce your segue?
Because you do all the time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, when they're good.
Why don't we make that segue at the end? Because that game hasn't come out yet. We could talk about the games that have come out first, and then get into the games that haven't come out yet. We jumped from guns. We were going in order.
We've been jumping around already, dude.
Nah, Jules was trying to rate the ship, and you were going to be a fucking tidal wave. Fucking.
Here comes the tsunami. What are you gonna do?
What was that gesture?
Tsunami.
Alright, yeah, sure.
Tsunami.
Alright, watch that one back, Chief Fat. Watch that one back.
So we move on to Atomic Heart, which got a good...
There's no shot no other game came out before fucking Atomic Heart.
No,
Wait.
dude, a couple of your games came out before Atomic Heart, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
yeah, because we gotta talk about Wanted, nigga. We're not ducking Wanted. You gotta talk about Wanted, my guy. We got some shit you gotta talk about.
I will.
You missed all 4 of your games that came out before Atomic Heart.
All right, my bad. I was not paying attention to my list as well. So first we had on my list, I think what was
Dead Space.
in January was Dead Space. So Dead Space, I picked that one just because I felt like everybody was going to really cling to it because it's something nostalgic. It's technically a remake, not a remaster. So we did say no remasters.
Yeah.
So I felt like I could do like Dead Space Remake. But I don't know. I started playing the original one on PC probably like in October just to get us ready. And like I got only 4 chapters in, and I realized that this game is
Terrifying.
pinnacle horror at its max. And like I see why everybody loved it back in the day. I never had an Xbox, so like I never was able to play the game until now. So I see why it is pinnacle horror game at its finest. It's rivals Resident Evil. It's it's up there, so I feel like it was a solid pick. So, and I was right. Like,
oh no, that was definitely a very good pick, and that was like what your 3rd pick, I think, too, which was also wild. I'm surprised it lasted that long.
And then I think Wild Hearts came after that, right? Patrick?
Wild Hearts did come after that. That was just a whatever pick for me because I was like, I need a new game franchise, and it looked interesting. Like I didn't know what to think about when I first saw that first trailer because it looked just crazy and wild and nuts. And it came out and it reviewed fairly well. I got a 79, so I got a good 9 points from that game.
I didn't. So with that game, I didn't expect it to be a Monster
Monster Hunter clone type.
Well, not Monster Hunter clone. It's like,
Is Wild Hearts out?
Yeah, dude. Been out for a couple of weeks.
I had no fucking clue. That game is probably garbage. Go on.
It got a 79% fantasy credit.
Fine. All right, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I didn't expect it to be a boss hunter game.
Yeah.
Like you have God Eater and you have Monster Hunter that are usually just the only 2 that are really in that genre. And then Wild Hearts came out and it turned out to be a like Monster Hunter clone. I guess.
Basically, yeah.
I didn't know Monster Hunter clone, but like just,
from what I heard, it's like a messier Monster Hunter, but they have some mechanics in it that make it really, really good. Like the overall,
there's building mechanics and shit. Yeah.
But they also don't have like the whole weapon degradation like they do in Monster Hunter World, which I fucking hated. So that makes it a little bit easier. You don't have to worry about sharpness. There's not all that like nuanced niche like RPG-ish type of stuff in. I
always thought that was kind of cool and made it more immersive as a hunter. Like
fair, but at the same time, like for me, it just annoyed the shit out of me. It was just something I had to worry about. And I'm like, fuck, I forgot to do this. God damn it! Then I have to go back and do it, and it's just more busy work for me. It's just more busy work that I didn't want to have to worry about.
There's a flow and battle to it. Like once you like really you start like doing a combo here, doing a combo there, putting your cat there, your dog attacks there.
Yeah.
Time off, sharp your weapon, get back into it, get those maximum damage critical hits, and then you do.
I did not get into Monster Hunter World all that much. I played it for a while, off and on, for like a year or 2. It was like one of those games that I just came back to whenever there was a lull. But it was never something that just like grabbed my attention and held it forever. It was just like it was good, but
that That was my replacement Wild Bomb purchase after Wild Bomb purchase after purchasing a game I didn't like and going back and refunding it. And that game was it was Dragon Ball Fighters.
I knew what it was. I knew what it was. They came out around the same time, and every person I was supposed to play Fighters with bought fucking World instead, and I was bitter about it.
Yeah. So there was that, but like I put like 500-600 hours into that game. That game was beautiful, and then I bought Rise. Now
Rise, I heard what is like a much more refined experience.
Oh, it is 100%. But like the thing about like that is like I hate putting time in. Sometimes I hate putting time into an IP, and then they come out with another one, and you gotta start from scratch.
Yeah.
Like, I put 500 hours into Monster Hunter World, and then I got Monster Hunter Rise, and
you have to start all over.
I was doing Monster Hunter World so much, I had like 5 armors for one element,
God
5
man.
armors for another element, 5 weapons for another
That's
element.
crazy, dude.
I grinded that game. When I say I put pure 500 hours into that game, grinding, doing stuff like, and you put your heart and soul to a game, and then you have to start over with the next sequel, and then it's just like, well, I'm just gonna take my time with this one. So like, I've just been slowly playing Rise. I already got it on Switch, so I got it on Switch first because I didn't realize the Steam Deck was coming out yet. And then literally after I got a Steam and got Monster Hunter Rise, they announced the Steam Deck the next week. So like, fuck, you know,
dude, that's what that right there is exactly why I stopped playing Call of Duty games, because like you put all those hours into your into your build and into your guns and everything, and then next year another game releases and you do it all over again. I'm just like, I'm fucking tired of this.
Attack you, sir, because like a minute after Wild Hearts came out, you said it was better than Monster Hunter. That's a hell.
I was just doing a hot take, but no, there are some things that I saw from Wild Hearts that do look really, really cool, really, really interesting. Like the whole build system. It's not just like building, blocks to give you like high ground stuff. You can do combos with the building that give you like an edge in the combat. Like you can build a bastion.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
which is so freaking cool. That like creates like a block for when the creature's charging. You can do like drone type of things here and there. The combos of the building are really, really cool, and they look really intuitive as well. That's a very unique mechanic that I haven't seen in another like boss hunter game. So I like that. I think it's really cool, and I do plan on buying Wild Hearts at some point. But I have so many other games that I either have in my backlog, because I still have Gotham Knights that I booted up, played like 20 minutes of. I got through the intro bit, and that's about it. So, and I'm still playing Hogwarts Legacy, and like I don't have time to just dump into games anymore. That's the thing.
Gotham Knights is a fun nothing game if you want to just play it and just like have a decent time.
Yeah, exactly, and that's probably going to be my summer game, because I'm probably going to have a couple of games that don't release for like months at a time, so I'm going to be gameless for a bit. So it's probably going to be when I play Gotham Knights.
It's fine, because it is better than this next game that came out, and that is going to be Wanted Dead.
Oof. Oof.
And
Oof.
where I took my dive.
Yeah.
So Wanted Dead looked very fun, looked very promising. It was made by the people that made Ninja Gaiden, and Team Ninja. It was made.
That game had stupid potential.
And like you watch the gameplay, you watch the everything. It's like, yo, you're fighting with a katana and a gun and parrying and sliding and doing executions and then throwing grenades and doing all this cool stuff. All that.
It looked kind of like Shadow Warrior, to be honest.
Yeah, it kind of had a Shadow Warrior vibe, like third-person Shadow Warrior.
Yeah.
And then it came out, and I bought it day one, and it was
bad.
The creativity and the ideas in the game were really cool. The execution was very, very poor. It was very glitchy on release. Mechanics that should have worked didn't. Shooting just felt off. It wasn't really that impactful. It just did not work the way it was supposed to. Where like you would do parries and then try to slash them, and then the slash would be here, the enemy would be here. You're like, why aren't you slashing where things are at? It was just it was just like the creativity, the culture around the game, the environment around the game is really cool. It has definitely really good potential, but like as it was, the game just was not functioning as it was supposed to. It was very glitchy and it was a lot. So I made that my first ever
I totally forgot I
zero
had this.
refund, and so that makes it hurt a little bit more because I typically don't refund games even if I make a bad purchase. So, but like I kind of had to refund it. It had potential, but it also just I think they just needed like a little more time, and like if they would have just had another year with the game, it probably would have played a lot better than what it did.
Yeah, you hate to see that. Like you hate to see when like a game comes out and you can see the potential and you know that if they just hung on to the game for a little bit longer, it would have been better. Like that's how I felt with Cyberpunk. Like they just kept it in the oven just another couple months to a year. Ugh.
I mean, and even in the chats, like I see people, I say like, "Hey, steer clear of what is dead." Besides patches, and I see people like, "Yo, that game's awesome. That game's fun. It's cool." It's like, oh yeah, it is. But like, if you were lucky enough to not get the glitchy version, more power to you. But if you
I'll be interested to see if that game like gets some like new reviews once some patches come out and see how it performs better.
But
if they decide to do that.
The idea, everything was there. Like the idea, the execution, it was all there. It just was a very poor execution. I mean, the ideas and the creativity was there, but poor execution. So, unfortunately, that was a dive on my part. And then we have what came out next. I think it was
Octopath. Was it Octopath or was it? Right? No, Hogwarts Legacy came out. Well,
we talked about Hogwarts Legacy enough.
Yeah, and then but after that, there was another one right after that, which was what was it?
Was it Fire Emblem?
No, Fire Emblem was first. Probably Octopath then.
Oh, yeah. Like a Dragon Ancient.
Oh,
yeah,
right, yeah.
That got Patrick 11 points.
Yeah,
Patrick,
that one reviewed really well.
Talk about that game real quick. What's up? What was your?
I know nothing about this game. I picked it for points. No shame whatsoever.
I hate this guy so fucking much. I hate this guy so fucking much.
You're not even going to pick it up?
Bro, look. I've never played a Yakuza game. Ever in my life. Alright? Always wanted to, but it's never really been on my radar, and I've had other shit that I've had to play, alright?
Jules, let me just frame something for you. This man has no honor. He picked Tears of the Kingdom. He doesn't even have a fucking Switch. Like, he has no honor.
I was picking games for points primarily.
I don't want to hear it.
Right?
I don't want to hear it.
I was not picking passion games. I was picking games
for
points.
Next year, you can only pick games you're actually going to buy.
If that's a rule, then yeah, let's do it. But that has to be a rule for all of us.
That's fine. Me and Jules have PCs. You're the one in danger.
Hey, by that point, I'll have a PC too.
I got Game Pass now, G. I'm living the life.
At that point, I'll also have a better PC. I got this thing. Like, hey, anyone want a PC for $500? I gotta sell this thing.
Passion picking has been my thing literally since
It really has.
But yeah, I think that next year, like, we should do like games that we're actually going to buy.
No, that would be a way better rule to do. Like, and that would make us think about it a lot more. But at the same time, it's like,
not really.
As broke as I'm going to be, I'm getting all these games, and maybe except for Dead Space.
Well, yeah, we'll have to talk about that rule because I mean, even last year, I bought 3 games last year. That was it.
Or games that you plan on picking up. Don't pick games that you don't like and you're just doing purely for points.
Well, that's the thing. The Yakuza series is not like it's not that I don't like the series. I've watched playthroughs and everything of the series, and it looks like a ton of fun. Except for what you mentioned before with the whole side quests make more of the game than the actual main quest, which I've always thought was annoying as shit. But Like a Dragon legitimately looks fun. And I really do want to play it, but it's like much lower on my list of games to
I'll keep it a stack with you. I'm just bitter you got Tears of the Kingdom. That's fine.
I know. I know you are. I know you're mad, and I'm sorry.
When you don't like a game or a game genre, I think it just takes a certain iteration to bring it to your front door that makes it interesting. Like
that's true.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. Because the setting of Like a Dragon looks fucking awesome. Like a samurai cowboy game. I'm like, I want to play this so bad.
Like we talked.
Sorry, my bad.
Like we were talking about earlier with Cyberpunk, like that's a game that like I'm not typically an RPG guy. Like I said, I don't like fucking Skyrim. I don't like any I don't like Fallouts and shit like that. But I love Cyberpunk, and that's not typically my kind of game. So it always, like you said, it just takes that one game to actually get you into the genre.
Right.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
And I've really been getting back to that like lately with like platformers, retro games, just like there's so much to like dive into that's of quality, you know. And so like I feel like technology as a whole has come so far from like maybe 2000 and like the 90s and everything, where like, you know, I grew up on those platformers and those games, but like to be able to bring that kind of retro style and give like a more modernization to it, it's just it makes it hard to do a draft like this because there's so many games that I could put on this list. Like I could literally have like 10, 15, 20 games on this list that like it's insane.
But that's what makes it fun.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then also, if we do end up doing the whole like only games you're going to actually pick up at some point, like that's definitely going to make it a little bit more interesting as well.
A little more challenging.
Because I mean, like I'm sure KJ, you even have some games on your list that you would not plan on picking up.
Let me check.
Like Remnant 2, would you really plan on picking up Remnant 2?
Hell yeah, that's from what Jules and Ed were saying. It sounds lit. Yeah.
But you didn't play Remnant 1.
Exactly, because I didn't know about it, and now I have friends that played it, bitch. I'll probably play Forza Motorsport now that I have Game Pass.
Well, yeah.
I'm not gonna play Silent Hill 2, not because I don't want to. I'm a pussy. Everything else on my list, I plan on playing. Yeah.
Wolf
So
Among Us
Remnant 2
too?
is the same. Remnant 2 is the same genre.
I'm dropping that.
Well, yeah.
Where it's like a third person, like Remnant is like third person, like Outrider. It's the
Yeah.
same genre. As
Yeah,
Outriders.
I was so surprised that Outrider is not the same dev as Remnant because it looks almost identical. It plays so damn
Didn't
similar.
I just get a new DLC too,
It
or
looks
get
really
announced?
Yeah, no, Outriders got a new DLC.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
3 months ago. So I'm a hardcore Outriders fan. I am now playing this shit at 120 fucking frames.
Yeah, you were riding that game hard when it first came out. 'Cause we all played the demo.
So like when I first got Outriders, I got my very first PC. So those coincided. It
Yeah.
was a shitty i3, like
Oof.
it was what was it like? It was very low end. It was the same amount as the PlayStation 5 because my PlayStation 5, my first order got stolen. So instead of getting a new one, I got the money back and got a PC that was like $500. Still outperformed my PS4, so it was dope. But I got Outriders that year, and I had to
See,
tweak the settings and lower it down just to get
Yeah.
some frames. But
Yeah.
now my beast of a thing right here can play this shit at 120 frames, all settings high. I'm like,
except for Hogwarts Legacy, apparently.
Except for Hogwarts. so terrible. I literally got a new monitor on the weekend that came out, so I could be like, yo, I got a new monitor.
Bruh.
I got 240 hertz. You know, let's play some Hogwarts Legacy, see what I can get out of it. And I can't even hit 60 frames.
You got depression. That's what you got out of it.
Oh man, yo, his rant in that review, still I love it.
So
Oh my god.
it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be 120 frames in that shit. 120 frame in Outriders. Like third person looter shooters are really fun, and they can really do damage and really do good job. You know, as long as you do them right. I think those two are going to be.
I feel like looter shooters is becoming a very oversaturated genre.
It's easy.
All genres are oversaturated.
Talk your shit, King.
Fair.
Like, and that's the thing about like the market where like once something good happens, then all of a sudden you gotta replicate it. But the more you replicate it, usually
Yeah.
the less quality it gets. Like
Yeah.
it's so annoying. That's
I
why
mean,
like,
even
people-
with freaking
people are playing Battle
Borderlands.
Royales right now.
Even with Borderlands 3, I love the Borderlands series. And that was my introduction to looter shooters. And Borderlands 3, like I played it like for, you know, a month maybe, off and on. It just did not grab me like the other games did. I was really bummed about that too. Ugh.
First looter shooter was Destiny 1 in 2014. That
Yeah.
shit, you remember?
I kind of want to get back into Destiny 2. Like, I low-key want to get into Destiny 2.
Talk to me.
I mean,
It's free to play, like,
all
shit.
I know.
and we all can play it. So like,
Aren't they
that's-
giving Lightbreaker on PS Plus? Because I saw that on the list of
Lightfall.
PS Plus. Lightfall, sorry. I
like,
saw that on the
what's
list of
new
PS
one?
Plus. I'm
I think
like,
so. I have to look into that.
because that's kind of nuts that they're
Yeah,
giving away
yeah.
that brand new
They're giving-
expansion on PS Plus. Like, goddamn.
I mean, they should. This game is at right. This game right now is like a $300 game if you want everything.
Seriously, and I paid for this shit when it first came out too, right? And then they like 4 years later they give it away free. I'm like, fuck y'all.
Yeah, I did pay for it, but I was smart enough not to do the DLCs.
No, I never did the DLCs. I even for Destiny 1, I never did the DLCs. I'm like, nah.
I was so
I'm not like that.
Because then
I don't
they
buy
add
expansions.
all these games from. That's what like my brother, me and my brother both got Destiny, and we were like playing it together, which was kind of cool. We never played like games together like that, but like he got into it, and I was just like, you know what? With all these weapons being used in multiplayer, I'm good. I'm not gonna, because that was the bread and butter. Like you do PvP multiplayer after you're done.
Yeah.
Like,
Crucible.
I'm good.
I sucked at the Crucible. I'm not even gonna lie. I was bad at the Crucible. God damn. I got my ass kicked so hard.
But hey, I mean, we got options. We got that D&D game. We got Destiny, and
I'm interested about that D&D game. Like, really, really interested. I don't know if it's gonna be any good, but I'm interested.
And we got Borderlands 3 for one more day. That's
also, just to backtrack a little bit, what are y'all's mains for Destiny?
I was always a Warlock.
Titan. I was Hunter.
Oh, I fucking love the Warlock. It was just
the Warlock. I played Warlock for Destiny 1. I did a whole like Star-Lord build because that was right after Guardians of the Galaxy came out. And I was like, I want to be Star-Lord in Destiny.
Like you were like a goddamn Jedi.
I had a fucking head cannon for the game and everything. I was going for it.
I just like to be the big, strong, burly boy.
You're a tank. That makes a lot of sense.
So
you would be a really good tank in actual D&D. You would roleplay that so goddamn well.
Probably. I was playing
Barbarian Fighter. Let's go.
I was playing some game called like Red Tavern or Red Dragon Inn or some shit like that. And I got this orc character, and I just kept going like Grog no one, and I just kept being very obnoxious. It was wonderful.
Hold up. Did you watch Vox Machina?
No.
Oh. Well, you said Grog. That's why I thought you watched Vox Machina.
Epic.
If you listened to any part of my story when I told you I was playing a game and that was the name of the game and the character I had, you would have understood the context if you listened.
Well, I thought you. Okay, never mind. I thought
dig your hole. Dig your hole. Go ahead.
I thought you got to name your character. I apologize.
I apologize. Fucking piece of trash.
God damn, dude. Chill.
The free Steam releases and Epic releases, like Steam and Epic Games, like have you guys been keeping up with those releases?
I have so many games I picked up on Epic when they were giving away a free game every day.
Absolutely not, because I already don't have enough time to play the shit I have.
Exactly.
I just kind of give it as I can.
I just put it in my library for later. Like,
exactly what I did. I was like, I'll have a PC at some point. These don't expire, so
that's fair.
Here's the thing about my philosophy. Like, I remember being a kid and like I had 40 games that I played at least 2 or 3 times over every time because my parents just didn't let me have new stuff. So like now I'm at the point where like I want an endless library. I want to be able to have games in my library.
See, that makes me anxious to have an endless library because I'm looking at everything and I'm like, I get like, I don't know. I feel like, oh my god, what the fuck? I have too much.
Without anything to play. Like, I remember having 6-7 months without anything to play as a kid. Like,
I've been there.
And then like it's the summertime and like it's either nothing new to play or like you didn't have the money to try anything new. And so you had to go to GameStop or EB Games and like trade in all your shit and see if you get something new.
Dude, that's when I went to like Just Press Play or GameStop and bought the most random fucking games ever. And some of those games ended up being bangers. Like I played friggin' Dark Void. Dark Void was great, man. It was such a bad game, but it was so much fun.
So now I'm like, I want to make sure I know what all games releasing on any platform. I have a Switch, I got a fucking PC, I got a Steam Deck, I got a PS5, I got all my basic covered. I want to know everything.
Dude, you got everything. You can play all the games.
I want it, and even if I'm not playing it now, I want it in my library so I can play it later. Like, I don't want to have to stress or worry about this shit later when I maybe not have money or whatever. Like, when I have the money, get it out the way, boom.
My mindset is if a game comes out, even if I'm a little bit interested and I look at it, and if I don't pick it up, and I forget about it, that just tells me I wasn't that interested in the game to begin with.
No,
I'm just like, okay, never mind. I guess I wasn't that interested in it. I'm not really missing anything.
Well, then it's also like you forget bangers, so you don't have to worry about. Like,
I mean, yes and no, but a general banger, it could be a banger to someone else, so it might not be a banger for me. Like, I'm not into racing games at all, but Split Second is an amazing game for you. Like, you love that game to death. I played the demo. That's all I did. So I mean,
where it's just like, if you know something is coming out that you really, really like, but you are not going to hear from it for like a year from now, 2 years from now, you don't want to think about that every day. You want to put it in the background.
Oh no, 100%. No, that's different. That's different. Like I said, last year I bought a grand total of 3 games, dude. 3 games. All right, that was it. That's all I bought. It was God of War, it was Horizon, and it was Dying Light. That's all I bought. So like, that's all I had time to play, man. Like, I don't have time to spend all this money and time on games all the time. Like, I just can't anymore. It sucks. And I'm like, God damn, I'm an adult, and that's horrible.
Well, here's the thing.
We're all adults. What's your fucking excuse?
So here's the thing, Mr. I want to be a father. What are you going to do when your kid takes your time away?
That was deep.
Your hobby.
That was deep. I'm going to have a kid on my lap in like a little hangy playing a game. With headphones in.
You're not.
I am.
No, listen, you're telling 2 people right now, they're like, I don't have time to play a video game now. Imagine a really beat you fucking bring here. You're not going to have time for that either.
You're going to resent your child because you don't have time to play video games. And it's going to suck. And then you're going to like...
Resent his child?
Let's think about it. Playing video. If you've been playing video games with your child, it is goddamn therapeutic. It is something you use to escape from the world. It is your release.
Well, no shit. Yeah, of course.
Right. So if you don't get that release and it just keeps bubbling up from the frustration.
Look, that's the thing. Even when I have a kid, I'm still gonna find time to play games, right? I'm never not gonna be playing games. It's still always gonna be my hobby. It's gonna take a back seat, of course, but still, like, I'm gonna find time. I always will, because that's my thing. But the thing is, like, even like, I am finding it hard to find time to do multiple of my hobbies, and I end up just doing video games and movies. Like, I want to write. I haven't written anything in so damn long, and I miss it. I just don't have the time to do it. And at the same time, I'd rather just, like, chill for a little bit on a game than try to be creative after being creative all freaking day.
I mean, we're all there. Like, I need to go back to the gym. I need to work on music. I need to manage the YouTube channel.
I'm not even at the gym. I should be going to the gym. I should be in the pool or something. Like, God.
I need to do those 3 things all while handling a stressful ass job. It's not going to be easy. But, like, I'm also going to have to make time for video games. I already made a schedule for myself. So, like...
that's where I stop it. Like, I'm not about the schedule of video game time. Like, if I get it, I get it. If I don't... It is what it is. Like, there have been some days where
I interrupt you guys for 1 second.
You're gonna have to, bro.
Hi, viewers in comment section or people rewatching this. Who do you think's gonna win the draft? I'm gonna go play a game. Bye, guys. You guys have a very introspective conversation, and I love that for you. But I'm checked out. I'm gonna go play Hi-Fi Rush. I love y'all. I'm out of here.
We stopped talking about the draft.
All right. Let's go back to the draft then.
To be fair, we did talk about both of his games. Well, except for Atomic Heart. But I mean, Atomic Heart is what it is. Let's get back to the draft, shall we? What happened to my screen? There it is. Okay. Yeah. Atomic Heart is Atomic Heart. What happened to my... Jesus Christ. Okay. Atomic Heart is Atomic Heart. It is what it is. It only got him 4 points. So, that game... Like, it was a game that we were all stupid interested in, right? Like, really interested in. Until we kept seeing more and more about the game.
So yeah, because I thought it was going to be more like fast paced and more like Doom Eternal-ish or like But
no, I was expecting like a BioShock level of game, and it came out like that. But like from between performance and cringy freaking dialogue and just the overall gameplay, it was just a letdown. It was just a letdown. It is what it is.
Yeah. KJ, god damn it. Tell him to get back in the fucking chat so we can talk about this shit.
Well, I mean, look, he didn't even buy Atomic Heart. He was sort of kind of interested in it, but as soon as he saw that one gameplay thing, he was like, nah, I'm out. Like, he was done. He was checked out of that game from the get-go. He picked it probably because it looked interesting when we first heard about it, but that was about it.
No, fuck that. I'm calling him right now.
All right. You call him to talk about Atomic Heart for like 5 minutes. I'm going to get another beer.
I'm going to call him.
All right, call him. We're going to take a 3-4 minute intermission real quick.
Yo, yeah, we can go back to talking about the draft. My bad. I know I took that on a tangent. I was
I'm all gravy. I'm checked out, dog. That's what I'm.
No, come on, man. Like, hey, all right.
Brother, I just want to play Hyper Rush. I'm hanging out. I'm gonna play Hyper Rush.
Yo, all right. We'll make it like 5 more minutes, and then you can play Hi-Fi Rush.
I love just finish the
Come on, bro. I mean, we can keep talking about the game drafted. We still gotta go over our perspective points and what do we think we're gonna do. Like, I did not realize it was that like tightly for you. I'm probably gonna play Hi-Fi Rush when I'm done myself. But like, my bad. Like we got distracted.
Are you talking to KJ right now?
Talking about the draft. I'm good, bro. I'm just gonna play Hyper Rush. I'm already in my screen.
Come on, man. Like,
bro. He already said like before the stream even started that he might just disappear and play Hi-Fi Rush.
8.5 hours in this bitch? Damn, I'm playing this bitch for a while.
Just have him on speaker. Just have him on speaker and let him talk your shit.
No, I'm on my game, brother. No,
just talk your shit, bro. Talk your shit.
All right.
I love you.
Love you. Goodbye. He's done.
I told you he was done. No, he said this from the beginning. Like, he just might disappear. So it's fine, dude. That's just KJ energy, you know? It is what it is. It's totally fine. I'm on beer number 2. This is the last one in my group. I highly recommend people to check out 3 Floyd's Crom's Beard. It is incredible. Such a good IPA.
Can't smoke weed, but you can inspire people to drink beer.
100%. I never said like, yeah, right? 717. Who is that? I'm not answering that number.
Oh, this is completely from YouTube. Y'all suck.
Oh, well, yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, YouTube is YouTube. You know what? I mean, hell, freaking Markiplier and Mark, Bob, and Wade, they got famous from Drunk Minecraft when YouTube first started back in 2009, 2010. Right? Like, that's wild. That's crazy. I do low-key want to start a side channel just doing, like we review a beer and play a game.
That would be dope, actually.
Brews and games, or something like that. I don't know. I could come up with a better name.
No, that's a nice game. That's a nice name. I think we should actually do that. That would be really
Brews
cool.
and plays. I don't know. There's a name in there somewhere. There's a pun there somewhere. I want to make it a pun for sure. But that's something that, I'll do at some point. Anyways, let's get back to the draft, everyone, shall we? So, Atomic Heart, it is what it is. It didn't do as well as everybody thought it would, and I'm kind of surprised by that. But you know what? Whatever.
No, I think it's just because it was they had a lot of expectations, and once people saw the full game, it was not what a lot of people thought.
Exactly. As soon as people saw more and more gameplay, the hype went down. It like bottom dropped hard as soon as gameplay came out. I was not expecting Doom Eternal, but I also wasn't expecting BioShock. I was expecting its own original kind of thing because the game is so goddamn original in terms of its setting, right? It looks so unique. It looks like that, happy horror type of thing. And I'm like, I love that shit. It's so weird and cool and awesome. But it came out to be just this cringy whatever bit. And the biggest complaint was the main protagonist was just a cringe lord. And oh my god, you gotta work on your writing, people.
No, I don't think it was cringy. I think it was just something that people weren't just prepared for. Where it's just like,
no, he was cringy. Just some of the comments that came out of this guy, came out of this guy rather. It was bad. It was cringe. It was just like, who would react that way, and why are you saying this? Like, stop. It's like people. It's like characters who try to act cool and then just end up looking weird.
At the end of the day, it's fantasy. Like, so what are you gonna do? Just say no. Like,
there's also all that controversy. There's a lot of controversy around this game. It wasn't just Hogwarts Legacy that was a controversial game. Hogwarts Legacy was controversial for dumb reasons. Atomic Heart was controversial for legitimate reasons.
I mean, it was a lot of people were saying not about the game because it had a lot to do with Russia.
Well, it's a Russian dev.
Yeah, it's a Russian. Like,
and every single company in Russia has ties to the government. So It's like, yeah. I mean, at the same time, this game was in development way before the war started, the war with Ukraine. But still, it's like, God, oh my God, that's hard. Like, it's one thing buying a game of an IP that's owned by a transphobe. It's another thing buying a game from a Russian development team that has ties to the government. It's just hard. That's totally night and day. That's just, it's bad.
It just really sucks because politically it's just weird. But I mean, moving on, it was a really surprisingly low pointed game, and that's annoying.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was going to be just from creativity.
That was one of the most anticipated games of this year.
Yeah.
And that does not bode well for this year.
This is why I say don't follow projections. I fucking hate projections.
Fair. I mean, no, there's something to be said about that, right? There is. At the same time, like, what Atomic Heart was projected at 9 points, and it only made 4. So, I mean, it wasn't that far off of projections. Like, I think the biggest thing that was off of projections was Wanted Dead. That was the biggest one that was just off of projections so badly, because it was projected to make at least 2 points. 2 points, like, a 72 score game. And it came in at a fucking 59. Like, that's bad. Oh, talk about development. Hell.
But the next thing that saved me was Octopath Traveler 2.
Dude, you got saved so hard from all your other releases.
Because I said in the fucking original draft that this was going to be a bomb. It
was. And I even was like, fuck, that was on my list. Octopath Traveler was 100% on my list.
No, I was talking about Wanted Dead. Wanted Dead was a wild card. It was 100%
that was a wild card.
And I knew that. And so it didn't hurt me. It hurt me pretty bad. But then I got Octopath Traveler 2 that came out. That got me 15 points. That game is supposedly amazing.
I've been seeing, like I said, when we were earlier in this video, I was watching clips of the game. It looks good. It looks like classic Octopath. And the first Octopath is such a good game.
It is. And then I ended up getting more points, and I'm having back-to-back points where Wulong Fallen Dynasty came out, which is really... I played the demo. It's really fun.
I was not expecting that to be a Souls clone. A Souls-like. I was not expecting that.
I don't really think it is.
I mean, that's what a lot of people are describing it as.
I mean, it takes cues from the Souls-likes, but it's not...
It looks like a Neo game. It looks like a Neo game.
Yeah. A lot of people were saying it's like a mainstream Neo game where it's like it's not as difficult and it's not as like complex with the combat. Yeah. But I would say like it doesn't feel like a Souls clone. It just like when you go to like combat is snappy.
No, that's one thing I did. Like as I was watching the Game Ranks review of it because I was interested, and I always thought that Wulong was going to be like the Monkey King game, but I guess that's just Black Myth Wukong.
Right.
I
yeah.
thought that Wulong was also going to be that style of like, the Monkey King, but it's not at all.
No, completely different. Yeah.
I thought they were like similar games, like taken from the same myth.
Because they came from the same culture, you racist?
No, because I was watching trailers for it and it looked the same. Because you never see the freaking character.
I'm kidding.
God damn, dude! Come on, stop trying to make me racist, man. Come on, stop. No, because so they had Wukong and Wulong. All right, I was assuming it was going to be this similar game, right? I was assuming it sounded similar. I was like, oh, they're making two of the same style game? Interesting. Okay. But no, this ended up being like a Neo style game or Sekiro. Not so much Sekiro. I would say more Neo. I played the first Neo. First Neo is fucking great. Love that game.
Both of them in my PS Plus thing, but
I haven't played Neo 2.
Play Sekiro, yeah. I do want to play Sekiro eventually.
I don't want to play Sekiro because I don't like to be punished like that. Like, god damn.
I mean, it seems like it's difficult, but I don't think it's going to be difficult if you're used to difficult games, if that makes sense.
Fair. Just some people were freaking trying to describe Hogwarts Legacy as a Souls-like. I'm like, guys, this is not that hard. There are some button presses that fuck me up. I won't deny that. I don't know have you played it since we did the review?
Yeah, I think I'm at level like 10 right now. Like I've got like a fire spell and I've got a couple other
okay,
spells.
so you're still pretty early, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, like, KJ was talking about, and I'm sorry to bring this up again. I just love talking about Hogwarts. All right, I love this game. No, KJ was talking about how like the game, he wasn't really into the combat. I will admit, combat in the very beginning of the game, boring, extremely boring. You have no spells. You're just doing basic cast, Protego, basic cast, Protego. Might do Accio and then attack him more. That's all you do for a good, third of the game, right? Until you thing is I was like tracking all these things to get all my spells. I almost have all the spells unlocked at this point. And I like that you upgrade, you use the talents to upgrade your shit, and you can have different like presets for your spells. And I have worked this into a science where I am in the middle of a battle and I will switch to a whole other preset to like in the middle of a cast. Like I'll cast Accio, switch to my other preset just to cast another one. It gets strategic at a certain point, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. There's a science to it that gets hard. Like I saw this one clip of the dude like, oh, I got this down. It's easy. It's the first pensive sentinel, right? The giant fucker that you fight. But he's like, oh, I got this down. And all of a sudden he casts Lumos by accident. And I'm like, I fucking been there, bro. It's okay. I have been there. Oh, it sucks because you're trying to like cast the Protego and you don't let go of the trigger in time, so you cast Lumos instead. It's like, god damn it.
I've been doing that literally. I've been doing the cross-launch challenge, and I've been doing that.
Oh my god, they're hard.
They get difficult, and I'm playing the game on hard.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I had to drop it down for the second one, but I forced myself to beat the third challenge on hard, and oh my god, that took me like 20 tries. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'll admit being sort of bad at that game, like trying to. But I think it's like there's a timing between. Like there's a button lag, slight button lag between letting go of the trigger and hitting triangle to cast Protego. And I really wish it allowed you to remap your fucking buttons so that wouldn't happen. But you can't. And it's annoying. So, God, you don't use L1. What the fuck is point of L1 in this game? Let L1 be Protego. God damn it. Oh,
I can do that on PC, but like,
dude.
console stuff. No, I mean the console does suck that you don't have like full range of what you can do.
One of my biggest gripes about that game. But anyways, I don't want to talk too much about Hogwarts. We did a whole review. Go watch the review, guys. It's actually a legitimately good review.
Oh, next. Octopath Traveler.
I guess the last one was. I guess the last one that came out was Black. No.
It was Wulong Fallen Dynasty, right?
Yeah, Wulong. I guess that was the last one that come out.
Yeah. So, all
Really?
right. So I picked this game because I think that it was just these Chinese developers. I have been getting in on these Chinese RPGs.
Yo, they come out with some bangers, dude.
Like I'm playing Sword in the Fairy 7 right now.
I have no idea what that is.
I'm waiting for it's a legendary RPG that came out.
Legendary. What does it make it legendary?
Sword of the Fairy 1 I think came out on not PS1 but like I think it was one of the earlier consoles.
Oh, so not legendary, like legacy.
Yeah,
Legacy RPG.
Like Legacy RPG.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it's been coming out since like late '90s. Like
Interesting.
It's a really good one. And so the seventh one it's really cool. So like I don't know, man. Chinese RPGs have been really just going in, and it just really shows the ingenuity of just Eastern gaming, like China, Japan, like all those developers. It's just they come out with some really good shit, which is why I know Black Myth Wukong was gonna be good. I knew Wulong was gonna be good, just because these Chinese developers they don't play around, bro. They really do not play around, So I figured it was gonna be good, and I made that bet, and I will make bets for both of them. If we do another draft next year, I will put Black Myth Wukong.
Oh yeah, no, we I think this is definitely going to be a really good thing to keep doing, and I'm excited to keep doing this. Also, Wulong Fallen Dynasty, is that a Chinese developer? It's Team Ninja. Is Team Ninja Chinese?
Wait, Team Ninja? Yeah,
Team Ninja devved Wulong.
Yeah, they did do that.
Yeah, that's why I was like, because they did Neo and Neo 2. That's why I was relating it to Neo, because that's what they've already done. No, they're Japanese. What are you talking about? They're Japanese. Get out of here.
Wulong is Japanese?
Wulong is Japanese in Chinese style, apparently.
So it's still taken from Chinese culture.
I think. I don't want to... I guess it is, right? Like, it definitely has that vibe, right?
That's why when you question me on things, I really hate it, because then it makes us look like we're stupid. And I know we're not. So, thank you for that. And this is a shit. We can't edit it. Why would you ask these questions? God damn it.
I'll bring my buddy Alex on. But no, they're Team Ninja. So, like, I don't know if I would call it straight up Chinese culture. I know the Monkey King is Chinese, so that's why. And when when this game was first announced, I legitimately thought it was a Monkey King like game, like in that kind of style. That's why I assumed it was. So that might be my fault for assuming. That might be my bad. I apologize to the Asian communities.
It got me a whopping 12 points, and I appreciate that. The game really does look good. I would have bought it day one, but I just I had other things to focus on at the time, so I will be picking up probably next paycheck. But it's really dope. And
yes, fantastical Chinese historic setting. We're okay. We're okay.
So our next, and now we can go over upcoming releases.
Yeah, there's so many.
Next we got Resident Evil 4 Remake, which is going to be on Patrick's.
That's going to give me some good. That's going to give me a boost.
That's going to give you some good points. Then we have 9 Years of Shadows, an indie platformer that looks really good. That's coming out at the end of March. And then we have System Shock Remake, which is going to be mine at...
That's estimated. May not come out, but...
May 9th.
System Shock and Stalker 2 are two games that are expected for this year, but don't have solid release dates, and are both kind of in the same development... I don't want to say development hell, but like... They're almost there.
Well, System Shock has a demo out, and it's supposed to come out early March. So like,
well, it is early March. So when is this thing coming out?
So next week, I believe.
Maybe.
Let me.
We'll have to wait and see for that one for sure. Stalker 2 is hit or miss for me.
Yeah, so what's coming out March 2023? I think early.
Yeah, well, I mean, Fantasy Critic has it estimated for March 2023. So, like, I almost expect it to be like late March.
If you guys go play the demo, this demo out on Steam, it's really dope. You'll understand everything that's going on with that game. I think it's going to...
Yeah, because this is a remake, correct? Not a remaster, it's a remake.
Oh, yeah. It's
completely remade. Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to play the... I
oh,
bought
God. The originals.
I tried to play it, and it was fun.
But
for about an hour. You know. But that hour, after I played it for that hour, I went back and played the remake because it's an exact reenactment, and it looks so. It made me appreciate the remake so much more. It really did. So I think this game is going to do really well.
Oh, I'm sure it will. I'm sure because it's an absolute classic, along with like the original Doom and the original Wolfenstein games. Like it's in that same realm of like the beginnings of FPS.
It's really, really dope. And technically that will be like an immersive sim, but like I feel like all video games are immersive sims. So
at this point, yeah, like that's not really its own genre now. That's basically every game. Yeah. After that though, you got a banger coming out in April, and that is Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Holy shit. That game. So goddamn excited for that game. Still like on the edge about certain mechanics, certain things about the game, but overall it looks fucking great.
100%, it looks fucking fire.
I don't like the greatsword thing. I don't like the little pop out. Psh, kind of dumb, kind of stupid.
I mean, I think it's gonna be. It's good. It's gonna be good.
I don't know how often I'm actually gonna use that mechanic because they also announced that the dude's going to have a fucking blaster. So there's going to be a blaster stance. And that is lit. That's so cool. Like, God, they should have just stuck with that. Because they went through the different stances. I saw a video where they went through all the different stances in the game. Where they went through like the single lightsaber, the dual lightsaber, the two lightsabers, and then the great sword, and then the blaster. We haven't seen the blaster in action yet. And that's kind of a bummer. But they have shown off like not co-op, but they've showed off like companion combat, where like your buddy like rolls off his shoulders and blasts someone in the face. Shit's cool. That's awesome. I don't know if there's gonna be a co-op mechanic to this game, but that would be lit. Like shit.
Honestly, like it's gonna be really, really good.
Also, I'm glad they're getting rid of the poncho. Fuck the poncho.
So. Yeah, that was my only gripe where like Star Wars games lately with like, Force Unleashed 2, like different like Battlefront 2, like the OG Battlefronts, like Star Wars attire has always been a really big thing.
It's always been hit or miss. It's always been hit or miss.
And the thing is, the Lego Star Wars games always had hundreds of like.
Oh, goofy ass fucking things too. Yeah, right. Nah, but like with Jedi Fallen Order, like
that was my only gripe. Where it's just like, all right, the costumes were very.
There were like 5 ponchos that looked good out of like 15, right? That was it. That was it.
We got the Sith outfit in the DLC, and I was like, all right, this is lit. This is cool.
I didn't really give a shit about that. I didn't really. I have it, but I had never worn it. I'm like, man.
But like, it was just a stark contrast to the lame stuff that they have been giving us lately.
Fair.
Like, it was only ponchos. I was like,
wait, do you remember what poncho you used?
No, because
I booted it up again just to play it because I was bored. I was like, I want to play a Star Wars game. This game is so goddamn fun. You know that blue poncho with like the brown shoulders bit? Yeah. That one I love. That one I like a lot. And they got like the black like Luke Skywalker outfit underneath. Like that was cool. I like that a lot. There are a handful of ponchos that look good. But then you also had like the fucking pink poncho and some other ones, I'm like, why is this a thing? Why did you include this? God.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Also,
So
what was your two things I want to say, and one of them I hope they include in the second game. But what was your lightsaber color?
orange most of the time.
Orange. Yeah, that's fair. Mine was I think I did cyan and then I did yellow, because cyan was interesting. Cyan was cool because I haven't seen that before, and that was got like a really like sky blue. It was kind of dope. And yellow was cool. Yellow is like the classic, like badass, except for Rey, fucking Palpatine, fuck her.
Yeah, I love the yellow color. I love.
Yeah, the orange was really cool. I like that was like a premium content type of thing.
Yeah, that was really, really cool. So I'm excited for Jedi Fallen Survivor. Next we got Redfall. That's going to be on.
Bro, I said two things.
My bad. Go ahead.
Now, the one thing that I wanted in Jedi Survivor was being able to have two completely separate colors for when you do the dual blade.
Oh, that would be cool.
Because it makes sense. You technically have two lightsabers.
Yeah, and I've seen people do that before in lore, and I think that would be really, really cool.
That's so dope. Cool. I hope that's like a secret mechanic that they don't announce at all until the game comes out. Then you realize, I can have two different colors. It's like red and green. Like, dude, fucking Christmas, like all over the place. Or fucking whatever. That would be such a cool thing. Super, like, whatever. It doesn't really matter in terms of gameplay, but that would be lit. That would be so cool. God.
So,
anyways, all right, go on. Now you can go on.
All right. So next we have Redfall, which is an up in the air game. I think it's definitely gonna depend on
Depends on a lot. Depends on a lot. Bethesda is always a hit or miss, and it sucks because they used to always be a hit. Always, like Skyrim, Fallout 3, Fallout 4, New Vegas, all pretty big hits, fairly hits, right? Like Fallout 4, you could argue was in terms of the Fallout series, but it's still a really, really good game in general. Great game. Yeah. Love the game. But then as soon as 76 came out, that's when their shit started to like be called into question. It was like, it is the first game that just wasn't good in a long time. Like they even released games like Dishonored. They did Dishonored, right? I think they did Dishonored. Am I wrong about that? I don't want to. Hold up. I want it.
Damn it! You keep making these things.
I'm pretty sure they did Dishonored because. Okay, yes, I was right. They did. Well, Arcane, but Bethesda published. So they've been coming out with consistent bangers until 76, right? 76 was the first game that was like, I think I broke Jules. I was right. Are you okay? Oh, I see what you do. Okay. I thought I broke you. I'm sorry. Technically, I did. But anyways, 76 was the first game that they released fully. That was like, maybe not. But I don't know. Redfall could be good. It's definitely a first for them.
Bad.
What?
It's definitely. It could be good. It could be bad. It's definitely up in the air. But like, I want to be on the side of positivity with this one. So I think,
too. Like,
I think all these games are. So after that, we got Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which
automatic banger. Banger.
We have Suicide Squad, which we've talked about at infinitum. So
yeah,
far.
We're not going to talk about that much more.
And then we got Street Fighter 6. We also talked about, which looks interesting. Diablo 4 is a wild card because we still haven't seen anything from it.
I still think Diablo 4 is gonna hit. Like, I think it's gonna hit.
And then we got Final Fantasy 16, which we've seen enough, and we think is gonna.
I think it's gonna do well. Typically, the numbered Final Fantasy games do well, but at the same time, Stranger in Paradise was such a fucking bad game. God damn.
was actually really bad. I played the demo. It was not.
It was ass. And that's exactly why I did not pick Final Fantasy 16, because I was like, even though typically the numbered Final Fantasy games have been good,
they've had some very much hit and misses ever since.
They have.
12.
They have. I mean, well, yeah.
12.
But like the Final Fantasy 7 remake, banger. Fucking great game. Except it still does what I don't like about RPGs. And you mentioned this before, which are those side quest bullshits. And Final Fantasy 7 breaks up the flow of the game with side shit. And I didn't even finish the game because I got to this one part that's just, you're doing like, 5 side quests at a time. I'm like, I'm bored now. I'm done. I just fell off. I was like, okay, my immersion has been destroyed. Like, this is your fault. Stop doing that. You can't just break up really good flowing story content with whatever means nothing side bullshit, right? Like, oh, I gotta go into this bar and help this random fucking person that will never matter to me at all ever again. Why? Oh my god, it's fucking stupid.
I don't like it at all.
It's so dumb. That's why I never actually fully bought a Yakuza game, or even the Judgment games. Oh my god, what was that? That's not Yakuza, but like the oh my god, what the hell is it called? It's called Judgment.
Oh yeah, Judgment. Yeah.
But what's that? Yeah. It's a game in a series, and I forget.
It's called Judgment. Yeah.
No. Oh, is it? Okay, it is a Yakuza game. So it is in the Yakuza series. But that's exactly why I did not buy that game. Because, whenever I was watching gameplay or reviews and stuff, they had so many random ass fucking mini side missions and mini games and all this bullshit that was so goofy and had nothing to do with the actual story. The story itself, you're a detective, right? You're going through trying to solve something or other. I don't really know the exact story, but it was like a dramatic ass story. And then there's this mini game that you're a skateboarder. The fuck? Why? Why? That's so dumb. Oh my god. It makes me mad because no. If you're going to have a dramatic ass game, have dramatic side missions. That's the one thing I do like about Hogwarts Legacy. All right? The side missions feed into the main story, right? Like you're fighting off Ranrock loyalist camps or Ashwinder camps. All the side missions, you're helping out the surrounding areas around Hogwarts, fighting off people who are your main antagonists in the game. That makes sense. That's good. Oh my god! But imagine Hogwarts Legacy with a mini game of you being a skateboarder. The fuck?
Random.
Stop. No, it's dumb. And it's a very common trope in these games, and it's just annoying. I don't care. But anyways,
I'm gonna need you to acknowledge my Facebook rant.
Facebook rant. Oh, your comment, your freaking book that you wrote. All right. So apparently we're talking about Suicide Squad again, even though we talked about this game at length.
We're bringing it up. So
Okay. I'm gonna read his rant, and y'all tell me if this is coherent. Okay. Also, why the fuck were you awake at 6 a.m.?
That's when I woke up and I saw your text. I was like, "Oh,
you're insane. You're insane. You're insane. You're insane." LOL. Why make universes under the same brand under one developer when you can just use the minimally characters from an already established universe and show a different side, a stark contrast of that universe?
We're starting this from your fucking whole rant about.
Okay. So my rant, not even my rant, my gripe, right, was Suicide Squad is connected to the Arkhamverse, but they're doing so much against the Arkhamverse. One, they changed Deadshot, which, I mean, look, I don't mind race changes, right? I really, really don't. But in video games, you don't see that often, right? In connected universes. You wouldn't see, Robin in one game be a Black Robin in the next game. You wouldn't see that. It's more common in movies because actors change, and that's, whatever. But
face swap.
Or a face swap, yeah, whatever. That's more common than a complete change in design, right? And I also had the gripe of, from what we've seen about Batman, he doesn't look like Arkham Batman in the slightest. Like,
so
at all.
my man's gripe
He just
is
doesn't.
that things should be in respective universes,
Okay.
but they are in respective universes. Hence,
Here's one thing. I am not saying that Suicide Squad being placed in Metropolis has to look as dark and gritty as Gotham. I'm not saying that whatsoever. Obviously, Metropolis is a bright, shining city of hope and everything because Superman's a thing. Get that totally. That's fine, okay? But at the same time, you have Batman villains that don't look like their counterparts from the Arkham series. And that's where my gripe is. If you're having a game that's connected, why are you changing their entire design? Harley does not look like Harley from the Arkham series, okay? She just doesn't.
Your gripe is that you think that it should be...
I'm literally telling you my gripe. How are you telling me what my gripe is?
Because you already told me what your gripe was.
I'm telling you exactly what my gripe is.
You literally told me you wish that Suicide Squad was a standalone.
I do wish Suicide Squad was a standalone, 100%.
And that Gotham Knights was in the Arkhamverse. And
Yes,
that's
I do.
where
100% I do.
And that's what I'm telling the fans, so they know where this rant that you're about to read is coming from. It comes from him saying,
Look,
that
I
he
get it.
thinks
I
that
understand.
we're opposite, and that, you know...
No, look, I get where you're coming from the rant, right? I know you're saying that, like, story-wise, they don't fit. I get that. I'm saying before they even wrote the story. Hey, Chasers, what's up, buddy? Finally, we have a fucking person in the comments. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways, I'm saying before they even wrote the story, before any of that, they should have, like, having Gotham Knights being continuation from Arkham Knight would have made sense. Just from a story standpoint. Because our Gotham Knights, the basis of the game was Batman was dead and the Bat family was taking over, right? They were continuing on what Batman started. That is exactly what happened at the end of Arkham Knight, except he faked his own death, whatever. But still, it would have made... No, listen. Fucking listen. They introduced the Bat family in the Arkhamverse already. They have, kind of. They have Batwoman, who's Oracle. They have Robin, Red Hood. They have all of them, right? Like, Gotham Knights would have been the logical next game. Because imagine you having Red Hood from Arkham be leading the Bat family going forward. You know?
That's not where they wanted to take the game.
I know. But still, it just from a continuation standpoint, it would have made sense. It would have been so simple, so easy, so logical to do that. And I get the dev wanting to tell their own story, like, hey, you know, the Ra's al Ghul's assassins, Legion of Assassins. What is it?
It's the League of
Shadows. League of Shadows. I was close enough. All right, whatever. League of Shadows kills Batman. Bat family takes over. Court of Owls is somehow thrown into this as well. And you go from there. I get it. It's a good story, right? Good basis. I understand. I'm just saying that a good continuation from the Arkhamverse would have been having the Bat family take over to protect Gotham. That would have made sense. Suicide Squad being its own original IP, not connected to any universe, just being its own fucking thing, would have made more sense.
I have to think about things from a creative and a financial standpoint.
I am. Imagine a story based after Arkham Knights with the Bat family having like the new Bat, instead of Batgirl having Batwoman. Arguably a way better character than Batgirl.
Those are two completely different characters.
I know they're different characters. I literally just said that. I'm saying, imagine Gotham Knights having Oracle as your, oversight committee, right? Having Batwoman, Arkham Knight / Red Hood, and then Robin, And this being said, like a couple years in the future, so Robin would have become Nightwing, and they would have adopted Tim Drake, right? That would have made sense. That would have been a good continuation from Arkham Knight because of all the fallout from Arkham Knights. And then imagine the run-in with a resurrected Bruce Wayne. Fucking dope. Because they technically did that in Gotham Knights.
And
resurrected.
I can hate you. Spoilers! God damn it.
The game's been out for months, dude. The game's been out for a long time.
And it's got a slow to start campaign.
The game came out in 2022. Shut up.
Nobody played it in 2022 because they decided to be dickheads and fuck over the console.
Badly, dude. It performed badly on console. All right, you know what? I'm gonna let you rant. I'm gonna go pee.
You're not swarming out of this conversation. Go pee and we'll handle this.
All right, fine. 1 minute intermission.
Black booty!
Miss?
You just
I
knocked
don't
over
like being
shit.
objectified. That's what you want. Oh shit.
Yeah. Is it live? Sir! I think you're blocked from YouTube is what I think, but okay.
Fuck you.
Okay, while I was losing 3 pounds, I also just want to say, you in your comment also said, in a perfect world, Gotham Knights would have been the continuation from the Arkhamverse, and Suicide Squad would have been an IP. Just saying.
I mean, in an alternative universe where they're doing opposite IPs, that may have been made sense, but like that's not the world we're living in.
But Suicide Squad isn't an alternate universe. It's a continuation. It's a direct continuation.
What I'm saying is like, yes, if Suicide Squad were being developed by WB Montreal and Gotham Knights was being developed by Rocksteady, then Gotham Knights.
I don't even care about that. I don't even care about that. Keep the devs as they are. They can still, like, freaking Arkham Origins. They could have made Gotham Knights a continuation from Arkham Origins. That would have been cool.
That was a prequel, and that also was the worst game in the series.
You liked that game. You literally said your worst game in the series was Arkham Knight.
No, I said it was Arkham Origins, sir. You're trying to make stuff up.
Sorry, I'm mixing up yours and KJ's worst game of the series. My bad. I apologize.
I also may have shown my booty on camera while you were gone.
Bruh, we don't want to see that. Well, maybe some people do. Chasers, what's up? How you doing, man? Hey, I'm going to post the league draft link in the chat so people can click the link and see our shit. Because that might be necessary. Let me see. And it's this, and it's copy. Let me know if y'all can see this link. Here's a link. Click it. Check out our draft. You can see what we're doing, what we all drafted. That'll be there forever. I'm also going to make it clickable somewhere else if I can. But yeah, anyways. Suicide Squad, look. It looks like a fun game. Most people are probably just going to take it as an IP and not even relate it to the Arkhamverse anyways. I feel like they're just using the Arkhamverse as a backdrop and that's about it. I doubt the Arkhamverse is even going to matter much in this game whatsoever, which is just another reason why I'm saying just make it an IP. Just do it. Like, who cares if it's connected to the Arkhamverse?
So then why should you care? Why are you having a garbage?
Look. I make headcanon for a lot of games, okay? One of the reasons why Far Cry 3 was one of my favorite Far Cry games is because I did the headcanon that I was Oliver Queen, all right? I roleplay that game as Oliver Queen stuck on an island becoming Green Arrow, all right? That was my headcanon because that show came out the exact same time the Far Cry 3 came out. Headcanon, all right? I do headcanon for a lot of games. That's what makes these games way more enjoyable than they should be. Anyways, that's what made Destiny 1, a lot more enjoyable than it was because I had the headcanon that I was Star-Lord. All right? I created a whole Star-Lord build and it was dope. But anyways, no, for this game, I don't know. For me, it's just like, if you're going to fuck around with the canon and the connected universe, like, why do it anyways? Like, why not just make an IP? That's just my thing. Like, you're retconning established games already, and that's just annoying.
Because there's so much extra effort. Like,
It's not. Just make a Suicide Squad game. You don't have to do anything.
It's creatively better. You have to think
okay. If anything, having this game connected to the Arkhamverse is more problematic, all right? Because how are you going to explain that Batman came back and is an established hero again?
No, they died, but Batman never died.
I know he didn't die. He died publicly. He died publicly and became a completely different hero.
That was the whole thing with the fucking ending of Arkham. Like,
he died publicly and became a different hero. So why are we seeing Batman back but controlled by Brainiac?
When the game comes out, why are you being so critical about this?
I am being critical about this because I'm a writer, okay? I care about this shit, all right?
Well, you should know, it's clearly the story plot.
I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be. I almost guarantee that I ain't going to fucking mention Arkham Knight.
Yeah, that's what you said about fucking Gotham Knights, that you didn't see why it was that way, but the story makes sense of why it is not something in the Arkham universe. Play the fucking game.
Whatever. I will bet you $5 they do not mention Batman's apparent demise in Suicide Squad.
How do you think it was such a big deal that he was in the game in the first place?
Because of Kevin Conroy.
Also because of Batman in general. It's his character.
If Kevin Conroy hadn't died, they would not have done that showcase at the Game Awards. They wouldn't have.
They would.
No, they would not. No, they would not. Because they showed him already in the trailer. They showed Batman already. They just gave him an extra shout out because Kevin Conroy died. And they wanted to show, hey, Kevin Conroy, this is his last performance.
Why do you think they gave him any spotlight at all in the original trailer that they gave him spotlight in?
They didn't.
It's because he's supposed
They
to
just
be
showed his.
dead.
They showed his eyes along with the rest of the Justice League to show that they were controlled by Brainiac.
Because he's supposed to be dead. So that was a big.
Because
point.
he's part of the Justice League. Also,
That-
how do you
that-
join the
that's-
Justice League after you're apparently dead? And this game takes place like what, 5 years after?
How are you a writer making such stupid points? That is part of the story that we don't know yet. Jesus Christ!
Nah, that's a reach. It's a reach. It's a reach. I'm just saying. It's a
not.
fucking reach. It's a reach.
It's really not.
It really
And you don't know that because you haven't played the story yet.
Well, we'll
You're
see.
a writer.
We'll see.
You don't
We'll see.
expect
When
that.
the game comes out, if they address all of this, then sure. But having Batman
So chill
being
out.
having Batman publicly kill himself only to come back is stupid. It's stupid.
Brainiac doesn't care about social customs. He doesn't care about that. He wants the warriors. He doesn't care if you fake your own death. He will resurrect you and make you become who you were. That's what Brainiac is. That's the whole point. Like, Jesus, what do you mean? Like,
Maybe.
Jesus Christ.
Nah, I still don't like it from a writing standpoint. From a story standpoint, I don't like it.
All right,
But
you're
anyway.
just being in your own feelings. I get that. That's fine.
Look,
Listen to the
from a
game
gameplay standpoint, the game looks really, really freaking good. It looks fun.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be a blast to play, even if, and this is where my actual gripes of the game come into play, right, with Suicide Squad. The gameplay itself, it doesn't look like they give each character their uniqueness as much as they should. Like, they just give them certain abilities that they can use as any other class-based shooter would do. Whereas they could have actually had, Boomerang be proficient in just pistols or submachine guns and have King Shark be a solo melee dude instead of that just being a thing that he does. You know what I mean?
It makes sense.
I don't know.
It
It's
makes sense. As
you-
villains, it makes sense that they all have weapons.
No, I'm not saying that it doesn't make sense they all have weapons. I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's specific
But, like,
weapons.
they all have guns.
I'm saying that there's specific weapons. I mean, you're going to see, like, Boomerang with a minigun. Why? Harley Quinn with a Harley Quinn with a minigun actually kind of makes sense. But Deadshot with a minigun. That is so off character. It's not even funny.
I mean, he's a weaponsmith, so he'll use anything.
No, that's Deathstroke. Deadshot is a sniper.
Yeah, but he could also is proficient in other.
He's
weapons.
proficient with weapons, but he's a sniper. He's a sharpshooter. That's his whole shtick. Is that he
Well,
never
it could-
misses a shot.
I
So
mean, it
like
could make sense.
a minigun, you're gonna be a sharpshooter with a minigun, my guy.
When the time calls for it, you have to use something else.
No, that's just video game mechanics for video game mechanics. That's just giving players the freedom to play their specific character and being able to play however they want to play, which is fine. But from a lore standpoint, it's weird.
I think it's gonna be okay.
I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be a fun looter shooter. I don't think it's going to be anything special.
I think people's expectations more than anything because of the fact that they didn't say immediately what it was, and then everybody was
That
thinking, "Is this
exactly. That exactly.
be something else?"
Because-
that's the only thing I want to have gripes with. But when they see if they can,
Make peace with the battle pass.
no, not even the battle pass because the battle pass is 100% optional. If they can just,
It doesn't matter if it's 100% optional. They're going to be pushing that whenever you get into the main menu or the regular menu. They're going to be pushing, buy the battle pass. Here's everything you get with the battle pass. Buy the battle pass. You get this shit with the battle pass. Fucking hell. I don't fucking
they
care.
ever say it was purely cosmetic.
I don't care.
So.
All the battle pass shit's purely cosmetic. It's always ever cosmetic. But the annoying shit is when they push it on you all the time whenever you get into a menu screen. It's like,
gonna
here,
make
special on the battle pass. It's like, I don't fucking care. Let me play the game.
I mean, what's going to make or break this game is going to be 100% the combat. Like, if things feel
the
fun,
combat
are
is going to be
fun,
solid.
like what
The
we just
combat's going
said,
to be
it's going to
fine.
be interesting with each character, then nobody's going to care about the battle pass. Nobody's going to care about. Everybody's just going to play it for fun's sake. You know,
like
and I think that's what we're going to be at with this game.
We already knew that this game was going to be somewhat similar to Gotham Knights when that came out. It was going to be, like a co-op four-player co-op that you can jump in and play through missions and shit, right? That's what we already knew. Gotham Knights right now is looking like the better game from a, game standpoint because it doesn't have the battle pass. Can you buy like cosmetics and stuff? Is there a marketplace to buy cosmetics or no? Is this all unlockable?
You can buy different like suits and everything.
No, but like from a marketplace, or is it like unlockable currency?
No, it's
currency?
It's unlockable and crafting stuff. Like
that's nice. I love that. That's great. Why not just do that for this? Why do you have to include microtransactions?
Well, that's the problem because
fucking stupid.
That's the problem because like all these games get so much hate before they release, and then it's actually pretty good, and like nobody cares. And because you literally just said like you were a person that like you were somebody that like didn't really have a lot of faith in Gotham Knights, and now you're saying Gotham Knights is okay compared to this other game that's about to come out.
Yeah, because they're doing better in terms of mechanic stuff. Right?
Yeah, but that was
they have some like craft cosmetics. Makes sense. Suicide Squad, buy cosmetics. Fuck you. I'm not giving you any money.
But that's the thing. My dick. Everybody had the same attitude about Suicide Squads now as they did at Gotham Knights, with the same point at the same time, with the same amount of trailers and promotion and everything. So like I need people to reserve their fucking opinions because Gotham Knights came out and it's actually pretty fucking good.
It's fun, just doesn't perform. So both these games are going to have similar gripes, right? Both these games are going to have two very big things that will break reviews and how people receive the game, right? Gotham Knights, it was a performance. Fucking performed bad. Just fucking bad on console. Fucking horrible. No excuse for that. No excuse for that. Yeah, Suicide Squad, it's gonna be the microtransactions. That's gonna be the thing that people are gonna shit on this game for. And rightfully so, because fuck microtransactions in every single respect unless it's a free-to-play game. Make this game free-to-play, make this game an actual live service free-to-play game, totally fine. I don't mind. Because I will spend money on that because I would spend money otherwise if I bought the game. But if you're making me spend $70 and then buy shit in the marketplace, you can suck my fucking dick.
And it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be really interesting to see it. And that's what I said before. Like, look, I don't hate AAA games for DLC and live service activities because most AAA games have DLC and live service activities.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's just a thing you have to deal with at this point. We've already tried to boycott microtransactions. It has never worked, unfortunately, and so like this is what we have to deal with.
They've gotten better with microtransactions because a lot of games, and that's what I'm complaining about, right? A lot of games have avoided microtransactions. They've like cut them all out and be like, look, this is a big selling point of the game. There's no microtransactions. Everyone's like, woohoo, awesome. Maybe you can buy an expansion to get some stuff on the PlayStation Store, but like there's not whenever you press pause, they're not just throwing promotions in your face for microtransactions, and that's what Suicide Squad is going to do. I almost guarantee it. The thing with DLC, games have also gotten a lot better with DLC, where instead of just adding random ass bullshit DLC that is like half of the game, they're releasing expansions onto said game. You see that with Horizon, you see that with Ghost, you see that, Witcher 3, best example ever for expansions.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It's great, that's awesome. Even Destiny, they're releasing expansions onto a game that they just recently made free to play. That's dope. I like that. That's fine. Random ass fucking DLC, I don't fucking give a shit about, right? And that's where this game feels like it was made by people who are still living in 2015. Like, stop. No.
I mean, they're not because, like, they already, like, really attacked that already. They said, hey, it's going to be 100% cosmetic.
All of it is always 100% cosmetic. Call of Duty microtransactions are 100% cosmetic. They don't change the game.
So then what are we talking about then? Because
Because they're still trying to egg you on to spend money on a game you already spent money on. And that's bullshit. Like, stop. If they hide the marketplace, if they hide everything and not promote it, then fine. Props to you. Don't promote this shit. If you promote it, I'm going to shit on you for it.
Yeah, that's literally every game in the fucking industry, bro.
No, it's not. No,
how many
it's
games
not.
come out and then how many games get announced and then also get announced with DLC? That's like almost every fucking game.
Again, it's different depending on the type of DLC. This is not DLC. These are microtransactions.
What do you think we're talking about?
I'm talking about microtransactions.
Transactions inside the game, and even with you talking about DLC, you have so many online stores for single player and multiplayer games that are present. So like, what are we really talking about here? Most games
tell me some. No. Again, I'm talking about microtransaction marketplaces in games that you pay $70 for, even if it's optional. Fuck that. It's just a money-making scheme, and they always egg you on and promote this shit in-game to spend more money on the game. And it's scummy. It's fucking scummy.
They don't. It's just there.
It is. It is.
You got Killing Floor 2, which is one of the best horde shooters out on the market right now that have plenty of microtransactions, plenty of DLC. It's optional.
Dude,
you pay for it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's optional. If they promote it on screen, in game, all the time, it's scummy. It's annoying. I don't want to see that shit in my game. I don't care if it's cosmetic. Put the cosmetics in the game and have you save up actual in-game currency or crafting shit to unlock those cosmetics. That makes sense. Have you seen any microtransactions in Hogwarts Legacy to unlock different shit? No, not at all. Have you seen that in Ghost of Tsushima? No. Star Wars? No. Assassin's Creed? Yes. Scummy.
Yes.
Fucking Cyberpunk? No. No. Star Wars? No. There's none. There's none.
Star Wars? Yes.
No. There's what?
Squadrons and Battlefront.
I'm not talking about Star Wars Squadrons, Battlefront. Those are live service games. I'm talking about Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor. No.
But that's the thing. You're gonna have your games that will, and you're gonna have your games that won't have stores in them. And plenty of.
I don't want it. I don't want fucking stores. I don't want fucking microtransactions. Optional or not, I don't fucking want that in a game I pay $70 for. I don't want it. I don't want it.
You like it or not? It was in your fabled Diablo 3, bro. It was in Diablo 3, and
Diablo 3 is a live service game. Well,
so then what are we talking about?
It's a live service game. Hey, that's exactly what I'm saying. If it's a live service game, sure. If it's free to play, even better. If it's a multiplayer, single player game, I don't want to fucking see it. I don't want to fucking see it.
PlayStation games that have a PlayStation Store icon on the menu, and you can go to the store and buy DLC and buy everything else and buy things. Like, what do you
I'm just saying, this game does not need that. It doesn't need any of that. It's literally that. Did any of the Arkham games have that shit? No.
Yeah. Literally,
forever after the game released, yeah, sure. You could go into the PlayStation Store and buy certain skins and stuff way later. But it wasn't like part of the game when it first released.
But that's the point.
That was just like random shit. And none of the Arkham games had fucking battle passes. That's fucking stupid. Having a battle pass with this type of game is so stupid. It's a story-based game. Why are you having a battle pass for a story-based game? That shit's dumb. It's gonna turn into Avengers, and that's what's gonna kill this game.
What's fucked up is because literally Arkham Knight did the exact same thing. They were like, "Hey, we're gonna support this game for 6 months to a year," and they gave us different DLC packs. They gave us different Batmobiles. They gave us different skins. They gave us
but still a lot of that you can still unlock in game. That's the difference.
No, it wasn't. It was. Like stuff a lot of it was
there was some exclusive stuff you had to pay for, but a lot of it you can still just unlock in game.
So then, that's what I'm saying. Like, all games have, as much as we hate it,
not
we
all.
are in the same category.
Not all. I'm just saying this game being a live service game is fucking stupid and doesn't need to be. It's scummy that it is.
Have like as much as we hate it, a majority of games have stores, have things. Now, how you implement it is very different game to game, but that doesn't mean that it's not there. It's there.
We talked about this way too long. I'm just saying it doesn't need it. It doesn't need a store. It doesn't need a game or a battle pass. It doesn't need any of this. It's a story-based game. If they do this, they're going to turn it into Avengers, and Avengers was bad. It was fine, but it was not great, and it doesn't need to be. They could have made it so much better. It could have made it so much more user-friendly and gamer-friendly, but instead we're getting a live service, whatever, looter shooter, and it's like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm the hype I see, like, it looks fun, but if it turns out the way I'm expecting it to, I'm gonna be bummed. I'm gonna be bummed because I'm tired of live service games. I'm so tired of live service games.
Those games are live service.
They're not. They're not though. Was Gotham Knights live service? No. Suck my dick.
Yes, because they added like how many?
It's not a live service game.
A live service game.
Live service games like Destiny, Marvel's Avengers. They're trying to make Suicide Squad into Marvel's Avengers, basically. Tell me I'm wrong.
No.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's going to be.
And it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be.
Way more. It's going to be way more fun than. That's the thing. Live service games can't work if they do it correctly. Like Marvel's Avengers was ass. Sorry to say, it was ass. But this one looks to be really.
The
fun.
gameplay looks fun, but. Man, I do not like their structure for it. Like, I don't like live service games. I think live service games are scummy. Unless they're free to play. If they're free to play, fucking make a live service game. That's fine. I will not talk shit on a free to play live service game. That makes sense. Because it incentivizes players to spend more money on that game. But you're making someone pay $70 and then promoting the shit out of battle passes and bullshit. On a game that could be single player. On a game that could be single player.
You can't do that because Final Fantasy exists. I'm sorry.
Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy, and I still don't like that either. I still don't like that either. I still don't like that either.
Exactly. So you can't stop. You can't talk. You really can't talk because you got so many AAA games that have live service adaptations, and like nobody bats an eye. So I'm sorry.
A lot of people bat eyes. That's one of the biggest gripes about Final Fantasy. And hell, even the online Final Fantasy game, they made that free to play.
But people still buy the stuff.
Oh shit.
So what are you talking about? Like, you can't have a gripe and then say, oh, it's okay with Final Fantasy.
Also, the Final Fantasy game that is a live service game is an MMO.
Like, you can't... But you can't.
The Final Fantasy game that is live service is an MMO RPG. Like, Final Fantasy VII does not have a battle pass. Final Fantasy VII doesn't have a battle pass. Final Fantasy 15 doesn't have a battle pass.
Oh, they're just making extra games and extra DLC. Final Fantasy 15 is making DLC on DLC.
No shit. I'm not talking about DLC. I'm not talking about DLC. I'm literally talking about microtransactions in games. That is literally my entire argument. That's what I'm saying. You spend $70.
Yeah, but that's in a lot of games that have succeeded, so you can't really talk. Yeah, it is.
Anyways.
Vermintide 2. Any Vermintide game. Warhammer games.
Wasn't Vermintide 2 a live service game?
What are you talking about? Like Vermintide games, Warhammer games. They have constant.
I'm questioning this game because they originally marketed it as a co-op or single player game. Like,
but it can succeed.
Game. And then they come out and say, "Oh, it's basically Destiny but DC." Like, that's annoying. And if you're gonna make it that way, make it free to play.
Destiny wasn't free to play.
It is now. And they only did that now because they realized that free to play was the way to go.
You can't say that because Destiny's been out for 13 years being paid. So you can't say that. I'm sorry. That's not an excuse. It wasn't for 13 years, bro.
I'm not talking about the first game.
Now it's free to play. It wasn't for 13 years while they were releasing all these DLCs.
I almost guarantee that Destiny 3 will be free to play.
It probably won't.
It probably will, because they know that it can succeed as a free-to-play game. That's what I'm saying. Like
Was
if they
it
actually
like-
if they actually made
it
this
wasn't-
game as a live service, free to play, 4-player co-op game, that would be lit. I would be all over that game, and I would spend money on that shit. Right? I would 100% spend money on that.
It was not free to play from 2009 up to 2019, which makes your argument defunct. I'm sorry. This is what it is. Like it's.
I know, and I'm still not happy about it. I'm not gonna spend any money on this. And if I do see them promoting the battle pass after I paid for it, if I see them promoting it all the time in the pause menu, I'm gonna call them out and I'm gonna shit on this game for it. Just a heads up. Like if they don't promote it, if it's just a side thing and they're just like, hey, you can buy this if you want, just leave it there, then that's fine. I don't care. But if they're always promoting it, I'm gonna be pissed because I don't want that shit in my face all the time when I already paid money for it.
Again, like I will tell you, like I also don't like microtransactions when they keep you from playing the game and enjoying it to its full capacity. This is my argument.
No, I don't like it when it's scummy. That's my thing. I don't like it when it's scummy.
That's fine. Zombie Army 4. That's
Scummy as shit.
That is scummy microtransactions where like half of the base game
Yeah, it says
was
blocked from is a behind a paywall. That's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, that was dumb. This doesn't seem like it's going to be that.
No, and I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying I don't want a bunch of ads in my face when I'm playing a single player game. I don't want that.
That's fair. Like I don't want that
That's
either.
what I'm saying. And that's what I think they're going to do because they're advertising a battle pass. And you know they're advertising a battle pass. They're going to be promoting it all the time in your face. And I don't fucking care about that.
There are plenty of games that advertise these things, but like it's not.
No, and that's one of the reasons I like
You know?
Assassin's Creed used to be my favorite franchise of all time. I loved it to death. And they fell so hard into microtransactions, especially with Valhalla. I'm just like, I don't fucking care. Every single time you go into the menu, the default menu is the store. I'm like, I fucking hate this. I hate this so much. It's even worse than Suicide Squad is because Assassin's Creed is 100% single player, right? No matter what. You cannot go online with Assassin's Creed. It's all cosmetic, but the base store, or the base pause menu is the fucking store. I'm like, I hate this. Oh my god. And that's why I'm just like, I might not buy another Assassin's Creed game for as long as I live because this just is so disappointing to see. My favorite franchise is just dying. Like, God, it's so, ugh.
It's fucking terrible. It is fucking terrible, but I think it's not going to be as bad as it seems, and
Like-
I think once again, like
even Borderlands,
people,
right?
like,
This
you
is
can take the promotion as much as you want, but then like
I mean,
you have to wait until
but-
the game comes out and see what it is.
Borderlands 3 did something similar, right? It was a single player game, but you could also play co-op with your friends. They have microtransactions where you can buy different skins, different gun skins, all that bullshit, whatever. But it's on a completely different tab that is never seen unless you specifically go looking for it.
Right.
That's okay. I don't mind that. If it's out of sight, out of mind, if I want to go see it, I will go see it. But if they advertise it to me all the goddamn time, I'm gonna get angry. Because I don't want to see that. I already gave you my money. Stop trying to get more all the time. That's what Call of Duty does, and it's fucking exhausting, man. Like, come on.
It is.
Like, you see where I'm coming from. Like, whenever there's a battle pass, they're gonna promote it because they want people to buy the battle pass.
But what differentiates games from other games is how they do their microtransactions.
And like I'm
games
automatically being cynical because I'm expecting this to be the worst it could be, right? And if it's not, then I'll eat my words and I don't mind that, right? Like, this game could come out and they could not show any microtransactions, do no promotion for the battle pass, just have it all on its own. If you want it, it's there, but if you don't, you will never see it.
Right.
I will not be mad about that. That'll be fine. But if I'm constantly getting promotions thrown in my face, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's fair.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say in a very angry way.
No, yeah, that's 100% fair. I just, it's like you said, it's going to be very, very hit and miss. But guys, we have a lot of bangers coming up. We still got Pale World. All the
Pale
we
You keep saying Pale World. You keep throwing an E on that. We're talking about this like the video, man.
So after the June 6th date that we have, we still got Starfield. We still got
Starfield
Spider-Man.
though.
We still got Power World. We still got.
We still have
Redfall.
fucking Marvel Spider-Man. All right.
Marvel Spider-Man. We still got
shit.
Senua's Saga Hellblade supposed to come out this year. Still got Wolf Among Us 2. Silent Hill.
Wolf Among Us 2 actually got delayed. KJ already said he's dropping that. He's picking up Mortal Kombat 12.
Oh, yeah.
That game very well might win him this year. Like, if he's going to pick up Mortal Kombat 12, that might win him the year. Like, not even going.
Oh, he also has Hades too.
Exactly.
Which is going to.
KJ has some. He's literally he's one big hit game away from winning this league. That's it. He's just one because his projected points are just like 10 under mine. So he just needs one hit game and he's got it. And that's going to be Mortal Kombat, which means almost guaranteed.
Oh, man, I'm so mad I picked Wanted Dead. If I didn't pick Wanted Dead,
you'd be good. I mean, the thing is, even with Wanted Dead, you're still ahead of me right now. You're still in first place.
I fucking hate that I picked that fucking game,
I know. That's the thing though. The game had a lot of potential. It did.
It was a wild card, and I acknowledge that.
And look, dude. I picked Redfall, right? That game could be absolute ass. I might get fucked from that game.
Yeah.
I might get fucked from that game. And I
mean,
after we talked to KJ, I am really thinking about dropping Tekken 8 and picking up another game. Like,
why?
Just because, there's a good chance Tekken 8 might not release this year. Like KJ said, if it doesn't, they're not going to release it in the middle of the EVO tournament. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like Mortal Kombat 12, they're not going to release it along with Mortal Kombat 12. It's going to get buried. 100% going to get buried under Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat has always outsold Tekken. Always. Always, always, always. Because it is the most popular fighting game of all time.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Street Fighter and Tekken are two of the classics. And those three are the three biggest fighting games ever made, ever.
Right.
So, and KJ was right, to release them all in the same year, that would be nuts. Like, at most, I could see Mortal Kombat 12 release. Exactly. I can see Mortal Kombat 12 releasing in, October. And then maybe Tekken 8 releasing in December. But not many games released in December. Most of the ones that do get swept under the rug by all the 2023 releases. They get forgotten about. I can't remember the last December release that actually... Well, I can't remember the last December release, It got swept under the rug by all the other releases in January, February, March. December and August are bad months to release games. Horrible months to release games. Because they're at the end of each season. The end of the year and end of the summer. And end of the summer is bad because September is when we see the next round of big releases. September and October.
Yeah.
And then we see November with some bangers. Trying to make it in, trying to skirt the Game of the Year rules, right? Just get right under Game of the Year nominations, right? Right there. That's what God of War did, right?
So I have one on my list that I am not sure is going to ever release this year, and it's Gory Cuddly Carnage. It is.
What the fuck is that?
It's the cat game.
Is that a cat surfing game?
Yeah, it was the cat surfing, demolishing unicorns game in the bloody massacre.
What on earth is? I need to watch this trailer like right now.
Watch it. Yeah. Give me. Let's give him a second, guys. Let's give Patrick a second. Watch the trailer.
Gory. What's it called? Gory Cuddly Carnage. There it is.
Yeah.
What on earth? Hold on. All right. Official gameplay trailer summer 2022. All right. Hopefully this doesn't destroy my my connection, but let's see what this is. Dear Lord.
It's good though.
Also, I just want to say Stray is a very, very good game.
It is a good game.
I love that game so much. It's such a feel-good game. Goddamn. Anyways.
This game is probably going to feel better. Not better, but like it's going to feel just as good, I think.
Okay, you know what? Hold up. Why am I trying to watch this on my computer? Okay. Hold up. I could be watching this on my phone. And I'm an idiot for not doing it.
Gory, cuddly carnage.
There we go. Okay. Official trailer. I'm gonna mute. There's a Battlefield 2042 Battle Pass, believe it or not. On a hoverboard that kills evil unicorns. Meet Gory.
There's a demo on Steam. It's actually really fun.
This looks wild.
Granted, this was announced in 2019, way before Stray was even a thing.
Okay. His hoverboard's a bazooka. Lit. Demonic unicorns, I love it. This is giving me some what's that game? Gory, cuddly carnage coming soon.
And that's all it says. It's like when you go on Steam, it's just like, when is it coming out? Whenever the unicorns allow it.
Whenever the unicorns allow it.
That's literally the response on Steam. I'm like, yo. But no,
I love
that was
it.
the one game that I don't know if it's going to come out this year because it's been in development.
Even if it comes out this year, like, it's going to be one of those wild ass games that probably won't review well. It'll be a fine whatever game, but like it's gonna review as good as Biomutant did. All right, let's be fair here. It's gonna review as well as
Biomutant is
did.
slept on. I think Biomutant is low key slept on.
It is slept on, but like at the same time, Biomutant is God. I wanted so bad to love that game. I really, really did.
I haven't gotten into it.
I haven't played it since it released because I could not get into the game. It was just
for me. I just needed a better PC to play it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
What? A better what?
I just needed a better PC to play it on.
No, I needed a better everything. Like all of it was just like whatever, man. This game is so whatever. Like God. The narrations, blech, the story, meh, the combat, the customization, what the fuck? Someone on shrooms made this game, all right? Let's be fair here. Yeah. Someone on shrooms made that game. It's cool. Beautiful. It's weird. It's wacky. It's whatever. It's seen better weird games. Let's just be fair there. It is a cool game though. But no, there are a lot of games like I do want to mention just some big hitters for each of us that we know are going to give us giant boosts. Besides KJ's brand new Mortal Kombat 12, which legitimately might win him the league. And you know what? I may very well drop Stalker 2 to pick up a better game if I can find one. At the same time, I might wait till Summer Games Fest. Because we know we're going to see some games announced for this year. That's going to be contentious. It's gonna be very contentious, especially you with fucking $95, motherfucker. No, but like KJ has $43, and he's probably only gonna bid $1 on Mortal Kombat 12 because he, you know, we are giving him, we're legitimately handing him the win here, right? Because he came out and said, "Hey, do you promise not to be dickheads?" And we're like, "Yeah, fine. What are you grabbing?" You know? So we're kind of giving him the win there. Like, unless we can both find a huge fucking game, because we're basically letting him get Mortal Kombat 12 for $1, and that is nuts.
I mean,
that's a steal. The steal of the draft right there.
Yeah, it depends on what Mortal Kombat 12 is bringing. Like,
it doesn't matter. It does not fucking matter. Mortal Kombat could be the worst Mortal Kombat game, and it'll still review stupid well. Like, let's be fair here. Let's be fair. It could be worse. It could be worse than like Mortal Kombat 7, and it'll still review fucking great. Because even more, like, I want to see what Mortal Kombat. What the fuck was it? Mortal Kombat 7 that was like really bad. Mopin Critic. That's what I just typed in. Mopin Critic. All right, because I forget when they stopped numbering Mortal Kombat games. Because I know everyone got back into it with 9. But. Do you have any idea? Do you know? Because I know this is your realm, bro. This is your fighting games, man.
No, 9 was the reassessment and the reemergence of Mortal Kombat. I don't know what was going on between 4 and 8. That's where I'm not like a huge Mortal Kombat fan, so like I don't know what was going on between 4 and 8, but
I don't even remember what fucking 8 was. Oh, 7 was Armageddon.
Yeah, I know that they had a rough spot for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, what was 8? Hold up. Because like I said, everybody fell off. And that was, holy shit. Armageddon was PlayStation 2.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was
Whoa,
PlayStation
wait,
2.
what was 8 then? Or was 8 Armageddon? It's coming up as Armageddon as well. I'm so confused.
Weird.
Because Mortal Kombat 9 was like the reboot of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Like, it was just called Mortal Kombat. That was it. But that was MK9. And then MK10 was MKX. Then there was Mortal Kombat 11. What? KJ would know this. What the fuck is KJ, man? He would know this. This is his realm of shit. Like, I'm legitimately curious because I want to know the hierarchy of Mortal Kombat games. Like, I guess Mortal Kombat versus DC was, I guess one of the numbered ones. I guess would it be right?
It was really a standalone, or like
was it a standalone? Like I said, I'm so bad with this. Okay, so Mortal Kombat 2, like they did, I guess. So they had like in between games that weren't entirely numbered. Yeah, like Mortal Kombat was released in 2011. That was like the reboot, basically. Before that was Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe.
Yeah.
So I guess that would have been Mortal Kombat 8 then. And then they did Ultimate Mortal Kombat. But Ultimate Mortal Kombat was Mortal Kombat 3. I guess that was a re-release. And then there was Perception on PSP, Armageddon on PS2 and Xbox in 2006, Shaolin Monks in 2005. Yo, this numbering is confusing as shit. What the hell? That's confusing. That's weird. Like, what the hell? That's wild. Yeah, I don't know. But either way, like we all know Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe was as fun as it was a dad fucking fighting game.
It was fun. If it was fun, it was good in my book. I was fucking shit up with the Flash, nigga. Yo, that game was so much fun. Oh my god, it was so good.
We're still waiting on a freaking Injustice 3, y'all. But we're getting Mortal Kombat 12 instead, which makes sense. Wait.
I mean, they would have to make a better story for Injustice. Like, they have to give a reason.
True, yeah. The last story was Brainiac. It's like, oh, original as fuck. The story of fucking... the story of Injustice 2 was essentially Suicide Squad with less characters. Essentially. Like, is the Suicide Squad worked around a little bit with certain characters on certain sides. It's the same story. Same story. Brainiac comes, takes over the world, enslaves a handful of characters.
I mean...
Yeah.
You know how many games recycle plot lines?
No, I'm not complaining about that. I just think, personally, I don't like any Brainiac plotline. I think the Brainiac plotline is out.
I don't like any Starro plotline. That's why I hated fucking Suicide Squad. I don't like any Starro plotline.
Starro? I mean, Starro. There's a giant monster that you have to destroy. That's whatever plotline. I always like the original Injustice plotline was unique. It was interesting. It was original. It was original as fuck. It never happened before. They created a whole comic arc around that goddamn game. All right.
I mean, there have been universes and plot lines and comic books around Superman going evil and something being like...
Yeah, it's always Superman who goes evil. How dope would it be if we got a Suicide Squad game based around the Bat Who Laughs? That would be fucking lit.
Oh, win, because the Batman Who Laughs will win. Like,
that would be unique too, because all the time in a video game, you win. This would be the first video game where you lose, no matter what. And that would be dope.
Oh, actually, the first one was, spoiler alert, Final Fantasy VI. But, yeah, I agree, though. Like
that would be cool, right? Like, give us something original. Just give us something original like you did with Injustice.
A new developer with a new IP with no licensing issues to be able to take that on and get that done. Like,
no, legit though, I would love to see like Injustice 3 be the Bat Who Laughs. That would be nuts. That would be insane. Even though that storyline is essentially Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, it's basically that with a little bit more drama to it. But still, also I do want it like we need actually we kind of got that at the end of Deadpool 2. Never mind. We got like a Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe because he went through and it was a paid homage to basically because he went through and killed all of his previous selves and all the bad mistakes that Deadpool made throughout the years.
Yeah.
That was essentially that. But the Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe is the most meta fucking thing in the world and I love it to death. It's so damn good. But anyways, no, like I would love a Batman Who Laughs storyline like in a video game. That would be super fucking lit.
That would be really dark and it'd have to be immature and like... Cause, like
Suicide Squad's M. Suicide Squad M. Come on, get out of here, bro.
Part of the Black Metal universe. And
hell yeah, that'll be lit. That'll be lit.
That universe is so crazy.
Yo.
Like, it is, oh my god.
Dude, imagine if and fucking the Arkhamverse laid the groundwork for this. Imagine if imagine if we got a Batman Who Laughs story arc that is a direct sequel to Arkham Knight because they laid the groundwork after Bruce got infected with the Joker venom. Like, holy shit. Because it almost got there, right? It almost got there because the Bat family locked Bruce up in what? Arkham City or Arkham Knight? Was that Arkham Knight?
I think it was Arkham City. No,
was
it
that
was Arkham City.
Was that Arkham City? They locked him up. But imagine, just fucking imagine that if they had just gone a little bit differently and just ran with a Bat Who Laughed, Batman becoming Joker, becoming fucking, oh my god. Also,
I'm gonna re-download all of my Batman games just to see if I can run them at 120 frames.
Also, I just want to talk shit on the latest Flash season Fuck that Red Death, first of all, number one. Two, this show should have ended so long ago. Oh my
So
god.
you know, Flash is my favorite superhero.
Yes, but the
And
Flash series sucks.
What I have to say about season 9
Is
is
that it's garbage?
also it is taking too many creative liberties that I can approve of. And it's like, if you're gonna do Red Death, you can't do that. Like, you can't do Red Death.
It looks so bad. It's so cringy.
It's not even that. It's like it ties into the Dark Metal Knights universe.
Exactly, right?
The Dark
Metal universe, yeah.
Dark Metal universe. It ties into that. You know,
and the Flash series is too PG to do that.
Right.
Like the Red Death exists in the same. Doesn't Red Death exist in the same universe as the Bat Who Laughs?
So sorry for my mispronunciation, guys. It's Saturday. I don't give a fuck about my life right now. It's really just a day off for me. So no. So when it comes to that universe, like it's like the Batman who's like, yo, Flash, I need your powers to like go back and change something. He's like, no, I don't want to give them to you. And then he's just like, all right, well, I'm just going to take them then, you know. And then like he pretty much through this convoluted scheme takes Flash's powers and merges with them and becomes Red Death. Red Death is a combination of a Dark Knight Darth Metal Batman mixed with Darth Metal Flash. And then they come together, so it's really Batman with the powers of the fastest man.
I know exactly what it is.
That in the Flash Arrow universe just doesn't compute. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Like you can't do that because like that ensues a whole other realm of darkness and storylines that you are not prepared to do.
And what's even worse is that the Flash show destroyed every other multiverse. So they're the only universe in existence.
Exactly, yeah.
So it does not make sense for them to have Red Death when it's a mixture of Batman and the Flash.
From the dark, so the Dark Knight's Metal universe is a dark multiverse. It's
exactly. So it does not make sense for that to be existing if the Flash merged all the multiverses into one master universe, still does not make fucking sense. It doesn't make sense. It's stupid. It's cringy also because the actress for Batwoman's fucking horrible, so fucking horrible, so fucking bad. Oh my god, they ruined that show. The show got canceled because it was so bad, and you managed to bring her back. Fucking why? Jesus Christ.
It's the positive multiverse. That has nothing to do with the negative multiverse. Like, that's dark multiverse.
Doesn't matter. The Batwoman show was so bad it got canceled.
No, that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about like the fact that they're bringing in a dark multiversal character.
Well, I mean, you can make the argument that they got carried over. Okay, whatever. But like,
you have to also carry over the Batman Who Laughs then, and like you're not
exactly. But my pure argument is that they brought over someone from a show that was so bad it changed actors 3 times in 2 seasons and got canceled because it was so goddamn bad, and then made them the last big bad for the entire franchise of The Flash. Fucking horrible choice. Oh my god.
What's funny is because CW lately with their
they've been shooting themselves in the foot.
They've been shit, but like they'll have 1 or 2 really good episodes.
They do, yeah. They have some good episodes, and most of them are those crossover episodes.
Flash season 9, I watched the first episode. I was like, oh, this is like some good writing. This is like it's going to be great. And then episode 2, it just went downhill. I was like.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because like fucking episode 2, like immediately they got into the whole like we were the Yeah, that bullshit. They kept just like rehashing old plot lines and old characters and shit. I'm like, we've already seen this. We already saw this character, rebel and make peace with herself. And oh my god, I'm like, stop just doing filler shit all the goddamn time. Y'all are just fucking lazy at this point. Like, stop. Oh my god, I'm so mad at that show. That show should have ended so long ago because it died so long ago.
Season 6 probably would have been a good time because like that's when they introduced their kids and like their kids.
And that was reaching too. Like, man, and then they just kept on like going way in on the whole like we are the Flash. Fuck you. No, we're not. You can't run as fast as I can. You can suck my dick. God, this shit's annoying as hell. We Are the Flash can die.
It got really cringy.
Also, Grant Gustin's Flash, like, he's an okay actor. Everyone wants him to be the new DCU Flash. I'm like, personally, no, I don't. He's fine. He's a good actor, but I would not want him to be the big screen Flash. I just don't. I also don't want Ezra Miller. I want the dude. Hold up. Before
I like the distinction of Grant Gustin versus Ezra Miller because like I like the fact that Grant Gustin isn't if he's the TV Flash, let him be the TV Flash. Don't put him into the big screen.
No, exactly. I like him to be his own.
Miller's a fucking nutcase or whatever.
You know who I want to be Barry Allen or even better. Freaking Wally West, like the original Flash, not even Barry Allen, but like the original Wally West, right? Well, if James Gunn is doing like the JLA, right, or Justice or JSA rather, they're doing like legacy Justice League stuff, old school feel.
They should do Jay Garrick then.
Well, yeah, maybe not. Like they're doing Superman, they're doing Batman, they're doing like Golden Age superhero versions of these characters, right? So Golden Age version of Superman, Golden Age version of Batman, Golden Age Wonder Woman, Golden Age.
I think they're serving up for Infinite Crisis.
100%. That would be the logical way. But if they're gonna do that with all these characters, depending on who he chooses for Superman and Batman, and if he plans on keeping Gal Gadot, personally, I hope he does because she is the best Wonder Woman we've ever had. She just has had bad luck with writing.
No, I think
she is an amazing Wonder Woman.
OG Wonder Woman was the best one. I think.
Yeah, but for like big screen stuff, like what I'm saying is Golden Age superheroes, right? One, I could talk about this for a while, and this kind of ties into our draft, kind of not really, but anyways, we're on a rant right now, guys. Golden Age superheroes, right? I'll give you my cast, right? I'll give you the versions that I want, all right? So we're already getting Brave and the Bold Batman, right? What? Stupid. I think Brave and the Bold Batman for the universe that he's making makes sense.
Because they're doing Damian Wayne. Get the fuck out of here.
I want Damian Wayne. I like Damian. He's a little asshole. I like him.
No,
I'd rather have Tim Drake, but actually no. I'm going to retract that statement and throw it in the trash because Tim Drake is the most pointless Robin we've ever had.
He's the most intelligent Robin you've ever had.
Fair, but he also doesn't do shit. He does as much as a vice president has done. He's just there.
He's the only Robin that rivals Batman in detective capability.
Fair.
And that's what's important.
Fair. But both freaking Nightwing and Damian Wayne have been better Robins than Tim Drake was. Overall, in general, both of them way outplay Tim Drake. Like
I can see that. I can see that. With combat ability and everything.
Combat, intelligence, strategic, stealth, everything. Both of them outplay Tim Drake. Tim Drake is the intermediary Robin.
He is the best one that I think that we have outside of Dick.
He's definitely the most original Robin because he made the character his own, and I fucking appreciate that. 100%. Even Damian Wayne has not done that. Like, he was just Robin. Tim Drake created Red Robin, and that was lit. I like Red Robin as a character. I don't like Tim Drake as regular Robin. That's what I don't like. I love Tim Drake as his own unique, intelligent Robin. I love that.
You have to like let him,
because he's like a blend. He's like a blend between Batgirl and Nightwing. You know, he's got the intelligence of Batgirl, but he's got the combat ability of Nightwing, and that's lit. I love that.
You play Gotham Knights and you fucking hit.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I love Tim Drake Robin.
But let me just put this out there, okay? And this is kind of going off the draft, guys. I apologize. We're kind of just rapping right here, right? We're just going, right? It's whatever, right? So James Gunn universe, James Gunn DC universe, right? We're getting Superman Legacy, which is going to be a legacy version of Superman. No. Listen. You might like what I hear. You might like what I say, right? And this is definitely a hot take. And this is definitely something that I almost guarantee will not happen. But God, my heart wants it to happen more than anything in the world. All right? I want Brandon Routh as Kingdom Come Superman. I want it more than anything I've ever wanted in a movie ever.
That's what I have a problem. And you always say that I like go against like social norms and social everything because it's fucking true. Because you know what? Everybody hated Brandon Routh as Superman.
Because the movie itself was boring. He wasn't a bad Superman. The movie itself was just boring because it wasn't like Superman. He wasn't fighting. He wasn't doing anything. It was just, as a movie, it was just kind of whatever. Brandon Routh was the perfect callback to the classic Superman. You know what I mean?
Keanu
Reeves? What the heck? Where'd you pull that name out of?
Christopher Reeves reincarnated.
Yes. Yeah, he was. But like you saw him in Infinite Crisis as Kingdom Come Superman. The dude was fucking amazing. He embodied that character so damn well. And you know what? Right? He was in his element. He played that like sage Superman, that sage level Superman so well. And I'm like, you know what? If you want to introduce the new, the new generation of superheroes, like Young Justice, whatever, then a sage Superman is perfect. Having Brandon Routh as a sage Superman is great.
Could you bum a stick for me? That's the only question I have.
Knock your volume down a couple pegs.
Can I make six?
I had bills in the dining room because you're so loud.
Oof.
You gotta bring it down a little bit.
Like, I'll bring it down like 2 notches if I can have 2 cigs.
1 notch for 1 cig.
Think about it.
Okay.
But you know what I mean. Okay, so Sage Superman to introduce, Supergirl and all that. I would love that. We need older characters to introduce younger characters. You can't introduce younger characters with young characters.
I feel like Hollywood doesn't want to do older characters at all, and it really sucks because I want to see an older Spider-Man. I want to see
right.
older Batman. Like even on the MCU side, I want to see older variations of these characters.
Yeah, definitely.
Only people that we have seen gone that far so far is Captain America, and then they just wrapped up his shit.
That was just a one-off thing. The only thing we've seen was Logan, though. We have seen older Logan. That movie was the best superhero movies ever made. But anyways, Sage Superman. Give us a Sage Superman. James Gunn can do the Kingdom Come story, and even if it's not Kingdom Come. Just give us Brandon Routh as Superman, man. He's not that old. He would be He would be so good at that.
I just want a very dark and very I
don't think we're gonna get. I think we might get a surprisingly dark storyline, but later down the line, not to introduce the characters. I don't want a dark a dark origin to introduce some of these characters, except for Batman, of course. But with Batman Brave and the Bold, that's going to be hard because Brave and the Bold is like, it's Brave and the Bold. It's, happy-go-lucky Batman.
Everybody's had their like dark upcomings and dark introductions.
Well, that's what we had with Zack Snyder. We had darker upcomings for all these characters. Superman killed someone in his first run as a superhero. Batman was a grizzled old Batman. Justice League was a shit movie.
Hey, Zack Snyder's version was golden.
Zack Snyder's movie was okay. Stop just dick riding Zack Snyder. But anyways, not getting into that. We're not getting into that. We've had so many conversations about it. We're not getting into that. He's dead and gone. We're moving on. Anyways.
Good movie.
Brave and the Bold Batman, right? Brave and the Bold Batman. We need a slightly older Batman to introduce Damian Wayne, especially because Damian Wayne is way into Batman's career. So that's why I am personally saying John Hamm is Batman.
Batman is like about 45 to 50 when he meets Damian.
Have you seen John Hamm? Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to withdraw that statement entirely. Matt Boomer as Batman.
But we don't know what kind of so we can automatically assume that if they're doing Batman and Damian that he's going to be a lot older, like Ben Affleck status. But we don't know for sure. Not
at the same time, because you've seen the animated ones, the animated Batman movies, where they have Batman is not that old. He's like in his 40s. Whereas Ben Affleck's Batman is in his 50s or 60s. Like, that dude is old.
Oh, no. Ben Affleck Batman is like in his 45 to 50. That's
hold up, let me see.
But that's the thing. If you're gonna do Damian Wayne, he has to be just as old, because that means that you skipped.
Okay, so Batfleck. Wait. No. This is saying Ben Affleck is 49 years old. I know that, but how long? No, I want to know how old Batfleck is, like in the lore of BV. Okay, so BVS. So he's the lead. No, that doesn't make sense either. I don't know. It's not telling me. Like, hold it. So okay, they're saying that he would have been 45 years old, but that's still weird. That's weird for a Batman Returns, Like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Think about it. Like, he had Dick from the time he was 13 to the time he was like 20. So like that, or like not even 20, but like maybe 18. So like 13, 14.
Yeah, but he was at least like in his late 20s when he picked up
Nightwing. So he had Dick for about like 7 to 8 years.
Exactly,
so,
but he was at least in his late 20s when he picked up Dick.
Right. So then Jason was about 5 or 6 years
after the fact.
That's pushing him to like 40.
Exactly.
And then he had Tim Drake from like when he was 13 or 14.
Yeah. But like Batman Returns, he's a grizzled old man at that point. Like, Batman Returns is old. He's like in his 60s, 70s.
No, yeah. I mean, when he does Damian, he's got to be at least 45. He's got to be
exactly, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, either Matt Boomer, right, who was in, he's been in a lot of movies. He has that like charismatic shit down to play a really charismatic Bruce Wayne and a really good Batman. Or
I can see Negan though. Like, Negan would be a
no. Negan is going to be reserved exclusively for Flashpoint Batman. And if we do not see him, I do not want him. He is only Thomas Wayne. It's the only role I would ever accept him as, because that is perfect. Literally perfect. But if they were to do that, it would make sense to have Hold up. I'll have the name in a second because it just left my brain. It would if we ever had Negan, and I forget the actor's name, as Thomas Wayne. It would make sense to have John Hamm as Bruce Wayne because they look very similar, and John Hamm is significantly younger. I think he would be such a good ass Bruce Wayne and Batman, especially for an older one. But at the same time, if we're going for like younger characters, even if they're introducing even younger characters, I think Matt Boomer would be a really good, really good chemistry between Batman and Superman with a Brandon Routh Superman and a Matt Boomer Batman. I think they would act so damn well together.
Who?
Matt Boomer and Brandon Routh.
Boomer.
He was in White Collar. He was in.
I remember that he was on White Collar. I just can't remember what he looks like.
He looks like Henry Cavill, kind of, but a little bit more suave. Like, look him up. Like, that would be the perfect like live action anime Batman.
Oh, I fucking love Matt.
Right?
Like,
I love the dude. I want to see him as Batman. I want to see him as Batman so damn bad.
No, he would be a very good Batman.
Right? I could even see him as an older version of Robert Pattinson's Batman. Like, I could see that. Like, that would be cool. But anyways, I want to see that. But
him or John Hamm, yeah, that would be dope.
But for the Flash, do you know who I want? And I think this would be really good for
Don't break my heart, bro.
No, I'm not gonna break your heart. I think this is a fan favorite for Flash for sure, right? Alan Richardson.
Hold on. Who is this guy?
He plays in the Jack Reacher show. He played in the Hawk and Dove in Titans. He played Hawk in Titans. I want him as a Wally West. Classic Golden Age Wally West.
I think he'd be way too masculine to be Wally West.
No, all he has to do is slim down because the bulk that he has was for Reacher and Hawk. Like, he bulked up for those roles, but he can slim down because look up him in Blue Mountain State. Look up him in Blue Mountain State. He's much slimmer. He's much younger. But he's much slimmer.
I think he would be. Excuse me. It's really hard to say that he would be a good Flash just because of the
I would
fact
love
that
this Flash.
He does a good, like, not even just with his physique, but just his face, his personality. He does a really good Hawk. Like,
he does. He killed it as Hawk. I loved him as Hawk. Hawk.
So I don't know. I don't know if he have that upbeat, like, happy.
Bro, have you never seen Blue Mountain State?
Blue Mountain State.
Have you not seen Blue Mountain State? Oh, I'm about to blow your fucking mind. Go watch that shit.
I don't watch teen dramas.
That's not a teen drama. It is a frat comedy. It's freaking amazing. It's making fun of basically, like, Penn State, frat mentality, all that shit. It is so damn good.
I could just go watch Greek for that.
No, watch Blue. Trust me. Find it on some streaming platform and go watch it. It is so freaking good. It has 3 seasons. You can watch it on Vudu, Pluto for free, and Roku. Go freaking watch it. You will not be let down. It's also on Amazon Prime.
Interesting.
Go watch it. It's so good. But anyways, that's who I would choose as like a Wally West Flash. I think he would be really good. He's got the comedy. He's got the quippiness. He's got everything that could just. He's just got to slim down to the Flash level of slimness.
I think he'd be better as like a Jason Todd. I think he'd be a really good.
Maybe, but he's too old for Jason Todd. He's way too old for Jason Todd at this point, unfortunately. I don't know. like I said, like if we're doing older characters, older DC characters to introduce younger characters, then he would be perfect as the Flash, like an older Flash, Golden Age Flash, to introduce like or like an older like Barry Allen to introduce a younger Wally West.
You think he can play Jay
Maybe
Garrick?
he could do a Jay Garrick. I could see him as Jay Garrick. I could definitely see him as a Buffy or Jay Garrick, 100%. To introduce either a Wally or a Barry, whatever it is. I could definitely see that. But, I don't know. That's going way off topic, though. Like, I just wanted to say that I really want to see him as Flash. A Flash. Any Flash. He's got the look. He's got the acting. He's got everything down.
I think he would look better as a different character, I think. Not necessarily Flash, just because, like, the Flash isn't, like, this hot jockey. Like, he looks like
Yes,
a hot
he is.
jockey. Like, the Flash... No!
He's
the
an
Flash
attractive blonde man.
He's an attractive blonde man, but he's also really nerdy and really, like...
He is very nerdy, but he's also very funny. He's basically Spider-Man in DC. He's Spider-Man in DC.
He is the comic relief of DC.
He is.
Like, I really don't think that, like... Not to say that he isn't good. Like, he will be fine. But, like, I think there'll be somebody, like...
Oh, there might be someone better. There might be someone better. I'm just saying, I like the actor, and I like to see it. I would personally would like to see him as the Flash.
That one hurts my heart, because, like, Ezra Miller was perfect for the look and, like, the
he's just a horrible human being.
Yeah, he's just, like, got some issues. So,
a lot. Fucking kidnapping
so
people and everything.
So, like, I will have to, once again, Flash up in the air. Everybody that's seen it...
You know what's weird?
Everybody that has seen it has said it's the greatest movie ever. Like, James Gunn said it was the greatest movie ever.
Of course James Gunn's going to say that. You know what's weird? As much as I wasn't excited to see Ant-Man, not really excited to see Shazam, I almost guarantee I'm going to watch Flash Day 1 because I'm really excited for that movie.
So weird.
Which is so weird because, like, it's the first DC movie.
On it.
Yeah.
It's so much writing on it. So, like, for it to be my favorite superheroes' first big screen outing, to have so much writing on it, I feel very nervous. I am very
nervous, but it's the first superhero movie from both DC and Marvel that has gotten me genuinely excited to go see the movie. Ant-Man, everything I saw, it was just generic Marvel stuff. I'm like, okay.
I mean, that's what the MCU is. I'm sorry.
I mean, okay, so Wakanda Forever gave us something original, right? Something we haven't really seen. I appreciated the shit out of Wakanda Forever. Loved that movie. Namor was so good. Before that was, I guess, what was before Wakanda Forever? Right before. Well, you know what? If we're just going to Phase 4, like Wakanda Forever, awesome. Shang-Chi, something original. Genuine father-son story, way better than anything Thor has given us. Loved Shang-Chi. Loved that movie so freaking much. Oh my god. Eternals, something original we haven't really seen before. Loved Eternals. I don't care what anyone says. I legitimately liked Eternals.
I haven't watched it all the way through yet.
I legitimately like the movie is like people say it's one of the worst Marvel movies ever made. I liked it. I really liked it for what it did. For what it did in the universe, it's stupid because no one has mentioned the giant man sticking out of the earth. But they'll have to fucking do something about that. I don't know. But anyways, I don't know. As I talked about in the beginning of the video, Marvel superhero movies in general just have not excited me lately, and that's just disappointing. That's why I haven't seen Ant-Man yet.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, I really liked Ant-Man because I felt like they really couldn't...
You said you were on the edge about it, and KJ said it was fucking mid. Hard mid.
Yeah, so, like, I just... Because I felt like Ant-Man was my... I guess Sony version of Spider-Man. Like, I always look for...
Yeah, right? Like, he was the funny, clever, fun Marvel movies that have come out. That both of the movies have been great. You know?
Yeah.
They've been really good watches. And this is the first one where they're like, It's Ant-Man. How are you going to do Ant-Man bad? And apparently it's bad. I'm just like, how do you fuck up Ant-Man? By giving him a big villain that technically he shouldn't have been able to beat. And I don't know how the movie goes, but I'm assuming he's still alive. So, fucking hell. Unless he just runs away. Again, I don't know how it works. Also, MODOK looks MODOK. Is probably the best way they could have ever done MODOK. But because MODOK is such a goofy, weird, stupid character.
It's okay. Like, he's really intelligent and he can pose himself as a danger, but
He just looks like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, kind of.
Like, the design for MODOK has always just been stupid. Or horrific. One of the two. And this one just looks stupid, but it's the best live they could have done with live action. But anyways. Neither here nor there. Draft-wise, I guess we should wrap this up a little bit. There's so many games that are going to be coming out this year. Like we said...
Are you able to edit some of this out?
I am not. It's a live stream, bro. This is live.
Okay.
Why? What did you want to cut out?
I showed my dick on camera. Fun.
What the fuck? What did you do?
So she challenged me to do something, and I did it, and I forgot the camera was on. So,
I can try. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I can try. I really don't want to go looking for your dick.
I feel like
if the channel gets closed because of this, I blame you 100%.
Yeah, that's fine. That's why I wanted to make it known, just in case somebody.
See, this is why you should always blur your background, because even when you're off camera, everything else will be blurred already.
Yeah, that's my fault.
Discord does that. Discord, that's something that's possible in Discord. But anyways, guys, hopefully that is blurry enough where you cannot see it. Hopefully you did that back in the hallway. I don't know exactly where.
No, I did. Oh yeah, it was back in the hallway.
Okay, so that back there's blurry enough. Hopefully nothing showed. Anyways, guys, there's so many games. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear any of that, and hopefully YouTube doesn't pick that up, and hopefully no one reports that video. But anyways, there's so many games coming out. KJ has a lot of games that do not have release dates. So if some of his games do not get released, he's in trouble. Plain and simple, he is in trouble. He just is. He has so many games, Armored Core, that he has so many games that are projected to make him a lot of points that he is riding on. So Armored Core that doesn't get released, he's in trouble. Silent Hill 2, he's in trouble. Forza Motorsport, that's probably going to come out this year, so he'll be fine on that one. But like, even if
do you want to bet money that Spider-Man is going to save him?
It probably will. It probably will. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. But the thing is, he needs, like, even with Mortal Kombat, he still needs Armored Core to come out this year. That's the thing, because that's what Armored Core and Forza. He still needs both of those games to come out this year. Because right now, even with Mortal Kombat, assuming that game gets like an average 15 points, right? He'll be at 115, still under me, because I'm projected to make 117. So I'll still beat him by 2.
They suck.
We're just going off of this, right? However, I'm in the same boat, right? I need every single game to come out this year, and I need them to do better than they're projected to win.
Same.
Exactly.
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah. Like, I need Pikmin 4 to do well. I need The Last of Us to come out. I need Stalker 2 to do well. I need Oxenfree 2. Oxenfree 2 is going to be fine. Tekken 8, I'm worried now after what KJ said, because he made some very good points. I'm worried that might not come out, and I don't know what the hell I'm going to pick up if that doesn't come out. But,
I mean,
Summer Games Fest is coming.
I mean, so Senor Sacrifice, that's the difference between you and me. I know my shit's going to hit.
Exactly. Well, not so much hit, but you know it's going to come out. That's the difference.
Yeah. No, not even come out, but do well. I know Senor Sacrifice 2 is going to do well.
Oh, yeah. But whether or not that game comes out this year we don't know.
I know Nine Shells is gonna do well. I know Jail Survivor is gonna do well. I know Power Word is gonna do well.
You do not know that Power World is going to do well. Don't even try to say that. Power
All
World
right,
has the
all right,
potential
all
to
right.
be the biggest bomb of the year besides Wanted Dead. All right.
My last games that are shaky
Your last.
is
Oh,
gonna be Die by the Blade, System
Yes.
Shock,
yes.
and Power World.
Yes.
That's it. Everything else is going to guaranteed get me points.
Yeah. My three that are going to be hit or miss are going to be Redfall, Stalker
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
and Space Marine 4. Or Space Marine 2, sorry.
No. Space Marine 2 is going to do you good. I think the thing that's going to
might.
really
I
hit
hope
or
it does.
miss for you, Sons of the Forest is going to do well.
Yeah,
I already saw
I'm not worried
reviews
about
on
it.
it.
But that might not come out this year, so we have to wait and see.
Tekken 8 and Stalker 2 and Oxenfree are the only 3 games that are really, really shaky.
I'm not
Everything
really
else-
worried about Oxenfree because the Oxenfree 1 reviewed really, really well, and everyone's been waiting on the second one. So I'm not worried about it. It's one of those indie games that it's kind of like Octopath, right? It's has a cult following, and people love it.
Like it's like Octopath, but you don't know if it's gonna. You don't know if the sequel's gonna do that well.
No,
That's
but I
like-
mean, going off of even just going off of the first one, like
Like, you know how many games that were predicted to do well and that absolutely failed? Like,
Oxenfree 1 got
you're
an
strong.
81 percent on OpenCritic, right? It was reviewed around an 8 out of 10 overall. And that's really, really good for that kind of indie game. And the sequel, like, is either going to do as good, if not better, than the original. And especially
you're
after
strong.
it's come out for so long. Because this one came out in 2016.
Your biggest strength is going to be Hollow Knight. That's gonna be your biggest-
Hollow Knight has the possibility of getting like a 95, all right? Like,
saying.
that game could blow the fuck up.
That's your biggest.
Best,
That's your
yeah.
biggest.
That game will most likely review even better than Zelda. Like, that's going to be my biggest game this year. I almost guarantee it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sons of the Forest Sons of the Forest.
If it
it's
actually releases.
No, it's gonna do. Have you been keeping up with the early access release reviews?
No, I know it's reviewing. I'm not saying that. I'm saying whether or not it actually releases fully this year.
Yeah.
It does.
If it's gonna be this
We
year,
don't know.
yeah.
We don't know. It could release fully in 2024. They could keep it in early access for a whole year or more. They've done that before. So
So your
that's
biggest
a hit or miss.
now-
Pikmin 4 I know is going to do well. Like, Pikmin 4 is obvious. Like, of course that's going to be great. You know, it's going to give me a solid like 11 to 15 points. Not really
biggest
worried about that.
hitters are gonna be like RE4.
Yeah.
So
RE4, Sons of the Forest, Hollow Knight,
and Hollow Knights. Those are going to be
and
your biggest
Pikmin.
three.
And Pikmin. Pikmin 4 is going to do well.
I think that's going to be like fourth in your list. but
Yeah,
like-
yeah. It's going to be lower, but it's definitely going to do well.
But yeah, RE Remake and then
KJ is obvious. The top 4 games on his list are going to be his heaviest hitters: Spider-Man, Starfield, Final Fantasy, Hades. Duh, and probably Diablo.
I have qualms with Starfield.
I mean,
have
yeah,
qualms
so do
with
I. So do
Starfield.
I. But it's probably going to review freaking amazingly.
I don't know about that. It's very stuttery and very glitchy and very.
Oh, I know.
much
I
just-
know. I'm right there with you, man. I have my worries about Starfield, but even though I want it to be so damn good, I legitimately want that game to be
absolutely. This
amazing.
isn't me trying to like dispel anybody
Oh, I
else
know,
or
I know.
like, trying to say anybody else's game is going to be worse. I'm just looking at what's been presented.
For you, I feel like your biggest games, 3 of them have already come out. So your other 2 are going to be Senua and Jedi Survivor. Everything else is going to be trickle points.
9 Souls and
Nine Souls is going to be trickle points.
a
System
unit,
Shock.
a unit Chronicle 100 Heroes. That's going to be a big Japanese RPG.
Yeah, but even then, I think it's just going to be a handful of points. Your
That's
heavy,
fair.
your
I
heavy
mean, that's
hitters,
fair. Yeah,
your
that's
heavy
fair.
hitters are right there on the first 5 games. Right, it's going to be Jedi Survivor, Octopath, Dead Space, Wulong, Senua. That's it, right there. That's it. Those are your heavy hitters.
Yeah, and that, yeah.
It's Jedi, Octopath, Dead Space, Wulong, Senua.
But I think it's the little points that's going to save me, though.
It might. But you need a game to go above and beyond its projected stuff to make up for Wanted Dead.
And that's the thing. Like, Wanted Dead was my wild bomb, and that already passed.
Like, if you were able to pick up Mortal Kombat 12, you would have been fine. If you would have been able to pick it up before KJ.
But that's the thing. Like, I've already recuperated from Wanted Dead. So
the thing is, you haven't, though. Like, even though you made up the points, the rest of your games aren't going to save you from that. That's the thing. Like, you would need a game that's projected low as hell to do way above what is supposed. Like, for example, Power World. Like, Power World would have to make 12 points for you to make up those points.
Once again, projections suck.
No, I'm just saying. Like, you would need a game to do above what everyone thinks it's going to.
But everything besides Power World is going to give me points.
Oh yeah, of course. 100%. However, you also have Diablo 4 as a counter pick, which might hurt you even more.
And that's the thing, like that, and that's the only thing that would hurt us.
And Redfall. Like if Redfall actually comes out and is good.
So here's the thing: KJ has Hogwarts Legacy as counter picked. That hurt him. Pearwood as counter picked, and Nine Swords as counter picked.
Yeah.
Nine Swords is going to be fire. That's going to hurt him.
It might.
Number two, Power World.
He's probably going to be fine. He might lose a point or two. I don't expect that game to review well. I really, really don't.
I think both of those games are going to hurt him.
I think Nine Souls might do better than it's supposed to. So I'm supposed to get 4 points. I think he might lose a good 8 points from that one. I could expect that up to, like an 88% or a 78%. I could see that really, really well. I don't think it's going to be like, incredible, amazing, but I think it's going to review well. I really do. Like, KJ definitely has the best counter picks out of all of us in terms of, actually, no, technically, I have the best counter picks because Black Myth got delayed. So that's the only reason. Because Atomic Heart only lost me 4, and Suicide Squad's projected at 8, and that one's going to be hit or miss. It might be good, it might be bad. Who knows? But, bro, you got Redfall, The Last of Us, and Diablo 4. The Last of Us, if that comes out, even if it's a bad game, it's going to review well. Because it's so anticipated.
It might hurt.
That's gonna be a biased ass game from literally everyone. Every big media, it's gonna be a biased ass game, which means everyone's gonna review it pretty well. Diablo 4, I have faith Diablo 4 is gonna be a banger.
We've had faith in all of these games. So,
and for the most part, they've been good, except for Atomic Heart and Wanted Dead.
Here's the thing: you think that just because I'm picking indie games, they're not going to review well?
No. I'm not saying they're not going to review well. I'm just saying they're not going to get you those big points that you need.
I think it will.
Maybe.
But that's the thing. It's not about if they're indie or AAA. It just matters if they review well.
True.
That's the only thing.
True.
So, it doesn't...
There is a logic to picking indie games because they get reviewed less, which means they have less chance of having lower reviews. Because if they only get 5 or 6 top reviews, then that score is going to skyrocket.
Right.
Whereas the AAA games, 15 media outlets might review the game horribly, which will bring the overall score down. Even if 80% of the media outlets review it 10 out of 10, it'll still bring the overall average score down. So there is a logic to that. I'm not going to deny you that. There is a legitimate logic for that. However, there has to be enough reviews of the game for it to get points. Because if a game is so unknown that almost no one reviews it, then it won't get points.
It gets defunct, yeah. It's defunct.
And even fantasy critics said that. If you pick such an unknown game that only 5 people review it, they're not going to give you points for that. It needs a good amount of reviews to garner points.
That makes sense.
And yeah, and that's valid because otherwise, yeah, it would be way too skewed in those top reviews, you know? So that makes sense.
Yeah.
But anyways, like, yeah, KJ, Hogwarts Legacy hurt him. Power World's going to be break even, probably. Might lose him 1 or 2 points, may gain him 1 or 2 points. It all depends. 9 Souls, we'll have to wait. That's going to be an interesting pick. For me, Atomic Heart only lost me 4 points. I'm not really worried about those 4 points. Take them. Suicide Squad is literally going to be hit or miss. I could lose a lot more. I could gain, or I could lose a lot less. I don't think I'm going to gain any points. I'm sure it's going to review averagely. But as long, like, even if I lose 8 points, like, that'll still hurt, but it's not going to be bad. Redfall, again, Redfall is exactly like Suicide Squad. It could review really well. It could review really badly. We literally don't know. That is such an unknown. So I don't really know.
Well, guys, let us know your projected outcomes of what you think is going to happen.
Seriously.
He's got Resident Evil 4 Remake is going to be the next game that's released on our draft, and that's going to be his. And then that's going to be the 24th of March. And then right after that, I have my next game release.
Not Your Shadows.
Which is a beautiful looking.
It is. It really is. It's like a masterpiece really looking game.
And that's coming out 3 days later. So let us know what you think it's going to be. And yeah, we'll touch back in with you probably. What do you think about May? We're going to
we'll probably check back in around the summertime because it's already been 3 months since we did the original draft, and KJ only has games coming out in June. So I at least want to get a couple more games under KJ's belt before we do another update. So it might be a little bit, guys, but stay tuned. If you want to keep up on the draft, link is in the comments right now. So just click that link. You can check up on our draft, on our lists. You can track how we're doing, see what the projected points are, see what bids are coming out, all that shit. So, follow it with us. And next year, we're going to throw, a little twist into it. We're only going to be picking games that we actually plan on buying, which is going to be really hard, which also means we may shorten the draft immensely. Because even though these guys got PCs and shit, even though they got Game Pass and stuff, you're still not picking up every single game that's on your draft list. Like, let's be honest here. Like,
PC.
And I definitely won't. Like, it's impossible for me to pick up every single game on this list. However, it's the intention. So we intend to pick up these games. So which means we actually have to have the means to actually pick up these games. Next year will be a little bit easier because I will have a PC at that point. That's my mission, to have a PC, any type of PC, even if it's this one.
Because I'm getting this guy a Steam Deck, and I'm also getting anybody.
You keep saying that, but I haven't seen a Steam Deck yet, my guy. Like,
things take time, bro. Like, you think it's just gonna pop up? Like, I ain't Santa Claus, bro. Like, then we're working on it. Also, probably by next year, we'll be doing Steam Deck giveaways. On behalf of me, I will be giving my own money to buy Steam Decks and give them away to people that either comment on the video.
It's comment, like, and subscribe. It has to be all three.
Yeah.
If you do all three on the specific video that we do, you'll be entered to win a Steam Deck.
And it's going to be the most expensive version. So
However, we may very well do smaller giveaways like game giveaways or gift card giveaways before then. So, keep on the lookout for that. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us for like 3 hours. We had 35 people hanging out with us, so I appreciate y'all. That's awesome. We haven't had that many in a very long time. Chasers, love to see you coming in and hanging out in the chat. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay excellent. And we'll see you guys next week, assuming we have an actual topic, because news has been shit lately. We haven't had any news.
We're going to have an actual topic.
Hopefully.
We love you guys.
Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next week. Stay excellent.